We can ask the chat as well for oh, whoops. Pow, and welcome back to the channel. Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you will follow me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And happy Thursday, everybody. Can you believe it's Thursday already? The weeks go so quick, especially when it's a bank holiday week. But yes, hope you're well. And as always, I'm not on my own. We have Brandon, aka Hero.Collections, is here with us. Welcome, Brandon. How has your week been?
My week was pretty good, thank you, bro. Well, I want to say pretty good. It's gone really quickly, so I can't really tell you like where the week has gone or if it's been good or not because it's been it's been going so quick.
Those bank holiday weeks do grow pretty quick. So hello to everyone who's here. You know the score. Hello, thank you. How are you? Hope you're well. Make yourself known in the comments. Brandon will say hello in a second. Again, if you want to spread the love and share it on your Instagram stories or on your tweets, however you want to spread the love, we appreciate it all the same. Today is a very special occasion because it's not a very Marvel-centric show. Brandon, as I said, he's been chipping away at me. And I did say, like, no, absolutely no issues at all doing a Star Wars show. I just don't know how much input I'm going to be able to have. So I'm just going to sit here quietly and just let Brandon take the reins. So like when we get half an hour in, we're going to go Star Wars crazy. Obviously, we're going to start off with Marvel Monday, talk about what was revealed. Then we can get into the Star Wars reveals. But me and Brandon also, this is why we want you to share this a lot. We've also got a teaser of mine and Brandon's sort of, how would you explain this to people? How would you sell it to people? Because I want to say it's a toy hunt, but it's more than a toy hunt, right?
It's definitely more than a toy hunt. It's something. Let's put it that way. I think we're very proud of what we've done so far, and we think you guys are going to really enjoy it. We think it's definitely something different that hasn't really been done in this way before. I think it's like Dan and my kind of like perspective on this like this collector hobby, this collector community. You know, it's that kind of thing.
Yeah, there's no secret. Anyone who's here regularly, and most of you are, I see all the channel members, I appreciate you. You know, me and Brandon, we actually met up in person for the first time at the start of April to go and visit a toy store. And that's where we filmed some stuff. And obviously, I was just going to go down there with my phone and film a little toy hunt like you would. And Brandon was like, hold your horses down. I've got a much better idea. And he was completely right. I put my trust in Brandon and his good friend. And they've put something together that's, yeah, it's like a toy hunt, but more than a toy hunt, if that makes sense. But anyway, we're going to play the teaser for you and show you exactly what we're talking about. But we're going to talk about the Marvel stuff first. We'll talk about Marvel Monday first, and we'll get into that. But as always, let me just do a quick few plugs, Brandon, and then you can say hello to the chat.
Okay.
Who you laughing at?
Rich just said when Brandy met Dandy. That's funny.
Right, okay.
That's really funny.
So say hello in the chat right now if you're here. As I said, if you're spreading the love, I appreciate you. I'm just going to do some roll call for myself as I do on these things. A bit of housekeeping, if you will. So 1 second. Where's my images? Okay, so first things first. If you want to support the channel and become a channel member, you know what to do. You can hit that join button on YouTube. Now, if you've never hit that join button before, don't be intimidated, people. It's just it's another button, and it's like you pay a subscription to my channel, you support the content that I create here, and in return, I want to support you and bring you in this little community that we're building. So, as I said, every other Sunday, I'm doing Legends and Liquor, where it's literally just me and channel members. If you've never seen Legends and Liquor, go and check out the playlist. Go and check out what it's all about. It's just a laid-back conversation, talking toys with the channel members. And again, the channel members are usually in the chat. They'll let you know. It's just easy. Like, if you're a bit shy about getting on camera, don't be. It's an easy time. Just, you're in a safe space, I would always do. We're all in one big bubble. And yeah, good time. So join the channel, show some love, or join the members club. Either or is much appreciated. But if you're not into that, but you do want to show some love to the channel and show some love to this stream and be a part of today's stream and interrupt, and Friday will read it up if Friday's awake, then of course super chats are always here. £4 or $4, and Friday will read your super chat out loud in her little robotic voice. You will interrupt what me and Brandon are saying. Well, I'll interrupt Brandon because you still can't hear her. But I will interrupt all the same. And yeah, be a part of the stream forever that lives in YouTube. And one last plug before I finish up. Sorry, plugs are galore. But me and Brandon, and I'll plug this again as we go through the stream, of course, as more people roll in here. But me and Brandon are going to be the guest on the Infinity Equation podcast tomorrow night. Now, the Infinity Equation YouTube channel is in the description below. If one of our beautiful friends can put it in the comments as well, I'll pin it to the chat. Obviously, tomorrow, 1 a.m. UK time, which is Saturday morning. Ridiculous. Brandon's going to have to drink some coffee or something because it's definitely past his bedtime. Amanda's not happy about it, but it's happening anyway. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Genuinely one of my favourite podcasts within this toy community, so it's always a pleasure to join Dante and Ryan and Bobby and Alex. I don't think I've ever spoken to Alex before. So tomorrow, Infinity Equation, me and Brandon, we'll be there. Link in the description. Let's help get them to 1,000 subscribers. But yeah, that's enough plugging from me. Brandon, do you want to say hello to the people? And I will find your camera. There's your camera.
Give me 2 seconds.
Oh, okay. 2 seconds. There you go. See?
I'm just changing some of these behind me. They all just fell over.
Okay, you get me for two glorious seconds. There you go, people. There you go. Let me just.
Okay, we're good to go.
Are we good to go? Okay.
Everything behind me just fell over.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Happens to the best.
Let's have a look.
Okay.
We got 48 people in the chat.
We got 50 people now. People. Hooray!
Oh yeah, there you go. Oh wait, wrong way. There we go. Get those black scissors behind me. Okay, let's see. So we got Nathan is here, says pow pow pow. Jamie is here, says how you guys doing? Strident says hello everyone. Rich says live long and prosper, fellow Daleks of the Ring. Cloud Foxwell says Trek Wars. Southern Symbiote says sup Dan and Brandon. Mark Rose says pow pow pow. Phil Jones is here. The Wolfpack Tour Review is here. What's up, Miguel?
Miguel? It's Miguel.
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 I'm tripping over my words.
I do it all the
time. Bold Gambit. Damien is here. Says not a huge Star Wars collector, but I would love 8D8, Danik, Jericho, Prune Face, and Reed Years and Black Series. Yes, me too. Mark says sup Wolf. George W101 is here. Till 2012 is here. Mini Plastic Multiverse says hey all. Nathan is here. Bold Gambit. David Evan Smith says Star Wars guys. I know nothing about the fandom, but catch the stream whenever I can. We appreciate you. Jamie is here. Says how is everyone? Articulated Heroes says happy Revenge of the Sith. 6th. Graffy Toy says let's go. Best part of my Thursdays. Cheers, gents. Home Dude is here. Who else we got? Tony Collector says what's up, everyone. I think we said whoops at the beginning because everyone started laughing, saying whoops. Toying Around is here. Says hello. He says hello there. I caught his unboxing live stream.
Kevin's gone big time on us. It's gone big time.
Wow, it was really good too. So he had Jing and Eric from the Hasbro team, and plus, oh no, his name escapes me. I want to say Paul. Paul, who played a Republic officer. Can't remember the character's name in The Mandalorian, but he's really cool too.
He's in Kim's Convenience as well.
Yes, exactly. And they unboxed the new Clone Wars figures. So that's a really good stream. Go and catch it if you haven't already. Rectangular is here, says pow.
Pow.
David Evan Smith says we don't have a graphic of Brandon holding Darth Vader and Mandalorian figures. Mark Tac Tac says this is the way, gents. Wasn't Bad Batch episode 1 excellent? It was indeed excellent. Cap Lives says it's the Brandon show. Go and check out Cap Lives' Instagram. He's posted some amazing Star Wars pictures this week. Mini Plastic Multiverse says pow pow pow.
That's Tom, by the way. I want to say thank you to Tom in a minute when we get into
sure.
if we've brought anything this week. But yes, shout out Tom.
Mr. Woolrich says hello there to you all. Toying Around says look at that smile on Brandon for a Star Wars show. Thor 2012 says Brandon hosting the Star Wars stuff, going to be pow pow pow, frog frog frog. Man from Room 5 says somebody from the fifth dimension has sped up the process of time. That's what happened. I never understand Man from Room 5's comments, but they're so welcome. Bold Gambit says Star Wars, you lol. Bye, Bold Gambit. Thank you for coming. Man from Room 5 says that's not a conspiracy, by the way. Okay. Super 5 Will, Darth Clueless, Mid Studios. Mark Tac Tac says Comics Cocktails have classified Cobra Infantry in stock. Z-Man. Who else?
By the way, all the independent stores need to be paying Mark Tac Tac for promotion because he is out there telling everybody. I think I even got a message.
He really is.
Sorry, Mark, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just one of those messages where I glanced at it. But yes, I've seen him all over the groups and everything. Like, he's the reason they're selling out everywhere. So how many are you up to?
Sure.
Army Building King of the G.I. Joes? Are you there yet, Mark? Let us know. Keep us updated with your numbers.
Yes, absolutely. I'm just going through seeing who else is here. Omega Weapon. Logan, X-Stands Toys. Mark Tac Tac said, I love an Old Republic Trooper 6-inch black series. Yes, well, welcome everybody. Great to have you here.
Pow, thank you very much, Brandon. So I should have literally started off with saying Revenge of the Sixth. I think Z-Man said that, was one of the first people to say that when he was sharing the Instagram post. And I was like, that is exactly how I should have started the show. I even wrote it down and did all my plugs and forgot to say that. But yes, Revenge of the Sixth. Okay. May the fourth be with you, but now it's the sixth. Revenge of the Sixth. It sort of works with Revenge of the Fifth as well, I guess. But we are here, nevertheless, talking toys. So I do want to say, as I said, so Mini Plastic Multiverse is Tom, and he reached out to me a while ago and was like, Dan, I'll hook you up with something if you want it, if you need it. And I was like, of course I will. But time went on, and then he reached back out to me and went, I've got it if you want it. I was like, wow, okay, I didn't expect this. Where is the bastard gone? Pow!
Oh, there it is.
And look at that. It's a Cobra Island.
Cobra Island Infantry Trooper.
The infamous.
Yeah.
So, Tom, bravo, my friend. Thank you so much. I wanted to open I have got one, obviously, but I don't want to, I want to keep it mint. I've got one of every G.I. Joe mint so far, so I want to sort of keep that going. But I did want to open one up to sort of be the leader of my own little infantry that I've going, because I've got a couple of the other infantry guys. And I also wanted to do a comparison. I want to start reviewing a few of the Joes on the channel. So definitely going to open this guy up, be the leader of my little squad. But thank you very much to Mini Plastic Multiverse, a.k.a. Tom. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Hopefully he's still around. He said he was putting the kid to bed and he was going to try and jump on. So, and one other thing. Do you all know Hellfire Hank?
Yeah, here we go. This is pretty cool.
Do you remember Hellfire Hank?
Turned into Hellfire who?
Wow, the mask is off. The mask is off. It's not even going to focus, is it? It's me. It was me all along. Basically, I'm going to post some pictures because people always put their hand over it for it to focus, but I never know how that trick works. But it's there. It's a blurry Dan's face, but I promise you it's there. Oh, it doesn't. Why won't it work?
It worked when you put your hand over it. There you go.
Still working?
Yeah. Looks good.
Okay. It was me all along. Yeah. So thank you very much to the people that made this possible. So it's just one. It's a one-off, one and done. So the head was 3D sculpted by Geek Mechanics on Instagram, of course. And then he sent me over. I do not have the ability to paint a head like that small. So I had one man in mind, and it was JCM Custom Paints. I think he's changed his Instagram too. But I'm sure if you're into customizing, you know exactly who these two people are. Go and check them out on Instagram. That's at Geek Mechanics for the head sculpt, and then JCM Custom Paints for the actual paint job. And I'll post some pictures and whatnot. But it is cool now just to have a little mini Dan on the shelf. It's like stupid dreams of being an action figure are virtually there. They're here, right here. So yeah, today I'm a Hellfire. I'm in the Hellfire Club. Tomorrow, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But no, pal. So thank you to the people that made that happen. Much appreciated. Brandon, did you get anything this week before we get into our regular news?
It's a good question.
You got stuff on the way, right?
I got stuff on the way. Got Modok coming tomorrow, which is pretty cool. Modok coming tomorrow, so I'm excited for that. Other than that, I don't think anything else. Oh, something else did come this week. Damn it! But it's not in here. It's in the other room.
Oh, you can tell us.
I got a Sunfire in the Big Hero 6 issue number 1. I got it raw, but I got a slabbed copy that was graded 9.0.
Wow.
Let me see if I've got a picture of it. I'll show you guys. I should have a picture of it. But that was they're one of my favorite superhero teams. So that was really great to get.
Dante just jumped in the chat and he asked, oh yeah, that's on your Instagram, isn't it? Have you shared that, or was it just that you sent it?
No, I just sent it to you guys.
Yeah, Dante's just jumped in and said, what did he miss? Excuse me. He missed us plug-in the Infinity Equation podcast tomorrow.
Yeah, he did.
So there you go. I said I'll do this a few times throughout the evening anyway. The Infinity Equation YouTube channel is pinned to the top of the comments. If you have not subscribed to them, please take 2 seconds out right now to just click the link and then click subscribe. Support a fun podcast in this community. Me and Brandon will be up late, baggy eyes, drinking our coffee at 1 a.m. As guests of the Infinity Equation tomorrow, joining Dante, Ryan, Bobby, and Alex. So it should be fun. It will be fun. Yeah, good times, good times. Link is also in the description as well. But I'm sure I'm going to see a lot of you guys there anyway. I have no doubts about it. Right, so unless you got anything else, Brandon, let's get into it, shall we?
Yes. Oh, one other thing.
Go on.
The teaser.
Do you want to do that first, or do you want to do Marvel first?
Oh yeah, do Marvel first. Sorry, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
I forgot about Marvel Monday.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
So this past week, of course, as Brandon just said, was Marvel Monday. First Monday of every month is Marvel Monday. I think the team have said that it may not be the first Monday of every month, but there will be a Marvel Monday nevertheless each month. So this month it was the first. It was Bank Holiday Monday for us in the UK, and they sort of teased us earlier on in the day because Ryan Ting posted up an Instagram post saying what's like the most memorable quotes, and then there was also a Hasbro Pulse email that went out saying you got to be quick or something like that. So like with those clues, and then out of all the memes that Ryan posted, he didn't post the "you never seen that coming" or whatever the quote is Quicksilver says. So that was my early prediction. It was a lot of people's early predictions as well, to be fair, but it turned out we were correct, and that was Marvel Monday. Finally, like all I could think of in my head is The Rock with the microphone, just finally. Do you know, like we've been waiting for it, and now it's here. Quicksilver. So looking at this, Brandon, right? Very happy we've got it. Very happy to fill a gap in the collection. Yes, he was only in, technically 2 films, I guess, but he was in 1 film mainly. Is the head sculpt the actor, or is it a generic guy? Like I can't tell if they've actually got his head sculpt.
Yeah, I think for me it's maybe the hair. It's hard to say. Like I think if you really like zoom in, then like you get like you get the impression that it's him, but it isn't like instantly recognizable as him. Do you know what I mean? Like I think from a distance it doesn't look like him, but I think when you zoom in it does.
That was my first thought. Don't get me wrong, no complaining from me.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the figure. Happy that we got the figure finally. But I was like, just couldn't tell if, like, because we've said it, as I said, me and Brandon are Hasbro marks. We've said it all the time. Hasbro are one of the best, if not the best, at the digital face printing in regards to accuracy to the live action actors and whatnot. But I just couldn't tell with this one. But that's not a complaint. It was just observation, if you will, but it's not a complaint. Sorry, I keep clicking away, but very happy to have Quicksilver. I think a few people have confused at thinking some sort of Ultron builder figures on the way. Brandon, I think we can confirm here on the channel it's an exclusive that it's not a builder figure. It's just it's just little Ultron pieces. Obviously, in Age of Ultron, they're battling robots, so it's just a few pieces of Ultron, which is fine. Whatever accessories could Quicksilver have come with, to be honest, you know. So I've got no complaints. He's got 2 sets of hands. Yeah, it's a gap filler. It's a gap filler.
To be really nitpicky, the only thing I would have preferred is I think I would have preferred the hands to have been like open palm hands as opposed to sort of like the this kind of thing. I don't really know what that was about. Maybe I haven't watched Age of Ultron in a few months, so
underrated. People like to shit on Age of Ultron for absolutely no 100%. Reason. And it's a good film. Like, I just think it's one of those where people just think it's the popular opinion to go, oh, it's not very good. Like, Age of Ultron's a fun Marvel Avengers adventure. Do you know, like, introducing new characters? Like, I don't get what people's beef with it. Like, yes, the storyline is a bit lifting up a city or whatever, but it's a comic book story. Like
yeah, for sure.
It's just go with the flow, enjoy yourself.
George W101 said he would have preferred blue running effects to the Ultron pieces, which is fair. I really like the Ultron pieces. I think the thing is that people wanted this for so long, me included, you included, definitely Ryan Ting included, and so I think now is the best possible time we could get it. He's all pinless. He's pretty much all new sculpt, I believe. He definitely looks it at least, and yeah, I think he's a near perfect release.
Look, for me,
I'm really, really excited for this figure.
For me, as I said, it's a gap filler. I like adding new characters to the shelf. The MCU is one of my favourite collections I have out of all of my toy universes. He was a character we needed for our shelf. Whether he's the best action figure or not is a different question. That's not the question I'm asking. It's a character I wanted and many MCU collectors wanted. I can see Rectangle in the chat saying, finally, I do not have to listen to MCU collectors cry about Quicksilver or Fat 4. It's true. We're wiping our tears away now, Todd. We're wiping the tears away. It's been a long time coming, but they're finally here. I see he was trying to spoil the fun on his Facebook, and I cheekily shut him down. But I was only playing. He was trying to spoil our fun. But I love you, Todd. Really, I get it. But yes, finally he's here. Happy days. Pinless, as you said, Brandon. He's a character we needed.
Yeah, 100%. This is a great gap to fill.
Quick hit and miss in the comments, people. Quick hit and miss before and channel members use the emojis, all that good stuff. Before we get into the teaser, I'm basically just delaying while I set this teaser up, essentially. So quick hit and miss in the comments for MCU Quicksilver. You a fan? If you say hit, you want to buy it. If you say miss, you're not buying it. That's a good sort of indication. But it looks good. And where was it if you don't want the Build-A-Figure pieces? Where was selling it like that?
Yeah, in the UK, Toys R Us have Quicksilver up for $14.99, and he doesn't include the Ultron pieces.
They think it's a Build-A-Figure. Oh dear. Okay, just jumping in real quick to the comments. So Dante starts us off with miss. But I know he's not a big MCU collector, so that's absolutely fine. David says hit. Rich M says hit. Garrett says big old hit. Joe says hit. 42012 hit. George is hit. Jay on the grind. He says hit already. And he says, Dark Jokers has said no to Kenny Omega. So obviously you don't know who Kenny Omega is, Brandon. He's a wrestler in AEW. He's the current AEW champion. He's current Impact champion. He's current some sort of Mexican He's got all the belts at the minute. It's Kenny Omega. His hair does look like Kenny Omega. I will give it that. Maybe I've just realised, if we're going to have a Star Wars show today where I don't know much, maybe we should have a wrestling-centric show as well. Yeah, I can see your face, yeah. We shall see.
Dan, I have a thing that week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course you do. Rectangle is also saying it's $27 there in the UK, in the US. So I do think the price has gone high.
Yeah, that's a bit cheeky.
I should introduce...
I think I read somewhere it was because of increased shipping fees,
maybe plastic, everything.
Plastic,
everything's going up.
Resin.
It's just the way of the world. Everything's going up.
But I mean, $27 is like if it was 20. I mean, imagine if it was. I was gonna say imagine if it was £27, but to be fair, that's what we used to have to pay for a single Legend once upon a time.
Yeah.
So. We're kind of used to it, but yeah, it would be a tough pill to swallow.
Have this mentality, people, right? Think to yourself, this is a character you want on your shelf. How much would it cost you for you to go make this yourself or commission someone to make it a custom? Just try and compare it to those prices. And then that's how I convinced myself to let Laserpants ship me the Turtles in Disguise from America. I'm like, well, it's cheaper than me getting a plane ticket and then going to the nearest Target at the the airport and then turning around and getting the plane back, I may as well get Laserman's to send it. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how the logic you got to go through. It makes you feel better anyway.
Yeah. The other thing is that I still think that Hasbro are the most value for money action figures that there are. 110%. And I would struggle to hear differently than that. Because, yeah, I mean, look at it. You've got pinless joints, you've got great articulation, you've got a great photoreal head. You know, for the price point, I still think it's pretty solid.
Yeah, just as we wrap up here, Phil says here, Cloud Fox says, miss, great looking figure, excited for you to want him. There you go. That's the attitude we want, Cloud.
Yeah.
Be happy for the people that do want him. There you go. That's the lesson you need to learn, Todd. Be happy for us. We got a character we wanted. And just to finish off, who was it that said something? The Ruckus says, are the prices stupid or are we for paying for it? Probably the latter, but that's a different conversation. Right, let's get into this teaser, Brandon. Let's get into this teaser.
Yes, let's do it.
So, as I said...
Did you want to recap the Star Wars reveals, like, real quick, and then do the teaser?
No, we'll do the teaser and then it's all Star Wars from there on here on out, okay?
Okay, cool.
So, again,
that sounds good.
Just to refresh about the teaser, at the start of April, me and Brandon went to Inderman Toys. Basically, we were in lockdown in the UK for like the last 4 months. So, non-essential retail stores were shut. So, like, Inderman Toys moved location, one of our favourite independent retailers, they moved location and they were meant to open their stores in January. But because of a lockdown, that couldn't happen. So they delayed their opening until they could officially open again by the government, etc., which happened to be the 12th of April. So this is like on the coast of England, and I'm in the middle of England as well. And Brandon's down near London. So like it was a bit of a drive for both of us. It was like 3.5 hours for me, a couple of hours for Brandon. So we were like, is it worth it? And then it's not hard to convince me and Brandon to go to a toy shop, let's be honest. You know, like, so we were like, all right, let's go. So I even took the missus and I took her to the seaside. You've heard the story. Anyway, me and Brandon wanted to film something for it. Brandon had a great idea. We went with it and now we've got something to show you. So anything to say, Brandon, before I press play and hope it works and the sound's on and everything?
Yes. So the only thing to add is what would be really cool is as we start to hit it to play, if you guys could film it, put it on your stories, anything like that, it'd be really cool to spread the word, to show that we've created this new film, this new short film.
Yes, and we want it to be something
really, really excited to share it with you.
We want it to be ongoing, and like you'll see the finished product very, very, very soon. This is just a teaser. It will be live on my YouTube after this stream. Me and Brandon will both post it on Instagram. As I said, your share and support of the project will be very influential in helping us do more of the same. So without further ado, here's our... what were our preliminary names for it, Brandon? What are we saying?
We'll talk about that later.
Okay, right, here you go. Without further ado, here it is.
It's just paradise there.
As I said, we've stepped inside of the website.
Absolutely.
Pick it up.
Car, yeah.
Just walk
we
away.
need a trolley. Where's the trolley?
No, yeah. Pow! So hopefully the sound worked. You've all seen it and it worked fine. So let us know if it worked all good, and I'll play it one more time. I'll do a little replay. So let's give it a sec. The chat's a little bit delayed on us, so we'll see if the sound works. That's what I'm curious about. Because I couldn't hear anything, but I'm hoping they could. So.
Yeah, I just muted myself and played it, and it was solid.
Oh, sound was playing. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Let me play it one more time then. One more time.
Yeah.
One more time.
paradise then.
As I said, we stepped inside of the website.
Absolutely.
Pick it up.
Car, yeah.
Just walk
we
away.
need a trolley. Where's the trolley?
No, yeah. Pow! So there you go. Hope it worked. Everything's good. Again, we will be posting it on our Instagrams after this. There will be the teaser on the YouTube as well. And then, as I said, the full video very, very, very soon. And shout out to Kimberly as well, who's in the chat from In Demand. So I hope you enjoyed it, Kimberly. Thank you for accommodating us and let me and Brandon run round your shop for literally hours. We were just in every corner, just hiding behind people and the toys and whatnot. But it was fun. But yeah.
Sorry, I was watching it on the thing live as well. But yes, big thank you to Kimberly in the chat. Big thank you to Nick as well for hosting us at In Demand. Yeah, really, really pleased and proud of how it came out, and excited to share the full thing with you guys soon.
Yeah, as I said, the full thing should be very, very soon, and it's something that me and Brandon want to do more of as well. Like I don't know, like sort of documentary style toy hunts, I guess, is in its simplest form. Obviously a little bit more than that, but in its simplest form, like a higher quality toy hunt. And that's not knocking any of the other toy hunts. I still watch all them. I was going to film one myself, trust me, but we just thought a bit more, something different for the channel would be great. And so I appreciate Brandon and Archie, his good friend, for helping us put that together. So yeah, I'm also very much looking forward to seeing the finished thing. But yes, of course, shout out In Demand. Thanks to Rich M, who's just put the link in the comments. The link should be in the description as well. But if you're a UK collector, then I'm sure you already know who In Demand toys are. So beautiful. But very happy with it. Right, okay. This is the part of the stream where I guess I'm just gonna get out of here, maybe.
No. You need to. You stay.
No. It's fine. It's fine. Like, I'll go and take a nap. All right. The show's yours. I'll see you. I'll see you on the. I've set you up. Don't you worry. It's all yours. It's your stream now. I'll see you in a bit.
No.
In a bit. Bye bye.
It's just me and my clones. Look at that. Well, Dan, thank you so much for the for handing it over to us. I hope everybody else is still here. We have some really cool characters to show you guys. So the idea behind this was that we were going to do a top like 15 item list, right? So when I say item, I don't necessarily mean like 15 figures. So item could mean a single figure, a 2-pack, a 3-pack, could mean deluxe, it could mean a vehicle, something like that. So we've put together a pretty solid list. We've got some notes so that Dan can follow along, because I know that he doesn't know some of these characters as well. So we think you're going to love them. So without further ado, I would love to welcome back the amazing guest that we have tonight. You know him as Hellfire Hank. You know him as Mr. Who. Welcome back. It's Dan Who.
I'm back. I just literally grabbed the camera and shoved it on the screen in a proper panic stations. I was like, I'll just sit here. I'll just be the little devil on your shoulder. It's fine. You just talk Star Wars, and I just pop in every now and then.
No. Oh well, look, Cap Liv just made a good point there. Cap Liv said there's 66 people in the chat. So it's definitely the force is with us, guys. And before we really kick off with this, a couple of big thank yous I would like to just send out to Cap Livs, to the Wolfpack Toy Review, to Clone Custom Troopers on Instagram. They were the three that I kind of reached out to the most to talk Star Wars with, to kind of just test the list, verify it. And also a big thank you to super producer Rich for the amazing graphics you guys are about to see. So, Dan, should we get going?
Well, do you want to do some reveals first, yeah, and then get into them?
Yes, sorry.
That's not a problem. That's not a problem. As I said, like you're going to have to talk about these again as well. I'll start with this one. It's a stormtrooper with red tribal paint. Yay! Just what I wanted. Go on, tell the people what it actually is.
For sure. So this is the Coruscant Guard shock trooper. So any clone trooper that has red paint is part of the Coruscant Guard. Coruscant is the capital of the Republic in Star Wars. That's where the Senate is. That's where the Jedi Temple is. These guys are basically like Palpatine's right-hand men. So this particular design is based on how they appear in the Bad Batch. So the pauldron that you have there is for the sort of captain commander rank. If you look at Revenge of the Sith, the clone trooper that most resembles this one would be Commander Thaya of the Crossing Guard. He's the one that Palpatine sends to look for Yoda after they've had their little battle. This is a really great army builder. It's all pinless. It's on the new clone body mold, so it has a joint at the neck as well as a joint at the ball of the neck. It has butterfly joints, pretty much everything you could want on a clone figure. So this was pretty good. Walmart exclusive in the States. I think it's pretty difficult to get there. And it is at all of our independent retailers here in the UK. Is it
in stock, or is it sold out anywhere yet?
I think it's sold out in demand, actually. I got a few over there. And I think it's sold out in demand. I think it sold out of Walmart pretty quickly, and Walmart were a bit funny. They were canceling, orders of sort of a lot of multiples, basically. I'm not sure where it is in Canada off the top of my head. I don't know where they put it up there. I think they said these guys were going to be on Pulse in the UK, but I don't think I've seen them on Pulse yet.
No, I checked Pulse. I've literally got Pulse up right here, and we can have a look for ourselves. Because I did look.
Because I don't think they put up any of the new Black Series here the other day. I think they put the new Vintage Collection figures up, but not the Black Series.
So here's Pulse.
Yeah.
No.
They didn't put up the no.
No. Okay.
But yeah, if you've seen the Bad Batch, these guys play a big role, so they're pretty cool.
Now, undoubtedly, clone troopers look great on a display, but it's another army builder rabbit hole. There you go. Hang on, I can go full screen for you again, Brandon-ish. You can show that sort of stuff off.
That's okay.
Okay, next up. Again, I'm just on Toy Arc, people, so I'm skipping through the reveals. So here we have some sort of commander guy.
Yes, so this is Vice Admiral Rampart. We've not met him yet.
See, no wonder I don't know who he is.
Yeah, so none of us really know who he is.
So that's not my fault then. See, that's fine. No. We're on a level playing field now. There's me thinking
exactly.
Some deep character. Like, no one knows. It's a mystery.
No one knows him yet. He is obviously part of the Empire. Apparently going to be a big bad. He's got a mouse droid as well. Comes with a pistol. So he's pretty great too.
All right, beautiful.
This is also Walmart exclusive in the US, and I think it's available all independent retailers here in the UK.
Are these two part of like a Black Series wave? Because I know Black Series do waves, don't they?
Yeah, so this is part of the new Bad Batch line.
Okay.
So you've got Hunter, Crosshair, the Elite Trooper, Wrecker, Tech, and then these two, the new Crossing Guard and the Vice Admiral Rampart.
Okay, gaming greats. I'm assuming we can go through quick. Do you play the games, Brandon?
I haven't played the games. I know the storyline of Fallen Order a little bit, but didn't play it personally. But these guys are flame troopers, so they're pretty popular army builders. I think this is on the old Snow Trooper body mold. It's definitely not a new body mold as is
with his limited limited posing. Look at this.
Yeah, it's not great. But I mean, if you're into the Fallen Order and if you're into Empire and if you're into Troopers, then this is probably a good one to pick up. I think the next one is also an army builder. So this is a.
Let me guess. His name is Banana Maul. Wait. A Bumblebee Maul. Darth Bumblebee.
Yes.
I knew it was one of them.
You never told me you worked for Lucasfilm. You named this guy.
Big fan of Darth Bumblebee.
I see. But yeah, so this is an army builder as well. This is based on the new Darth Maul body mod, obviously, which was in that new comic book look. So from the Son of Dathomir arc that they just released. So butterfly joints, brand new torso to match that. And I think the only thing that could have made this better is if they had 2 or 3 head sculpts with it, so that you could really get some, variation on the shelf. But it's pretty cool.
That is where Black Series have a downfall. It's like we're spoiled with Marvel Legends with interchangeable hands, interchangeable heads, and we like to moan when they don't include a third set of hands. We're like, how dare you not include Spider-Man's like outreach. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you have to remember, some places like Black Series don't give you interchangeable heads. They don't give you interchangeable hands. Like, we're just starting to get the unmasked helmets, which is great.
Yeah.
But that's like, again, I know I'm biased to Marvel Legends, but if this is an army builder, it's going to be a bit boring to buy 10 of these that have them all look exactly the same. You like a bit of variety. I've seen some people say they want it to be an archer. There's an archer version. Or did you just say it and I just repeated you? But there's an archer version of this. So
yeah,
if he'd come with an archer, if he had come with like a bow and arrow as well, at least if your army build, you can have a couple of variety weapons at least. But for me, as just no idea, it just looks like a yellow Darth Maul. It still looks like a fun action figure from the Star Wars universe. Do you know what I mean? So like something like this intrigues me, even though I have no idea where it's from. But yeah, the Darth Bumblebee looks great. Beautiful. Not going to talk about the helmet.
No. I think that was pretty much it for Black Series reveals. There were a couple of Vintage Collection reveals.
Okay, yeah. We don't need to talk about them.
No.
They're too small.
Yeah.
Let's
a couple of those.
Let's get into your list. What do you want,
do
Brandon? Let's do that. Let me
yes,
let me press some buttons.
Let's do it.
Let me just
reading the chat is really interesting. There's some good choices already, I see.
Well, as I said, we know as I said, I joke about it every week. My Star Wars knowledge is live action. That's where it is. It's live action. I've watched everything live action Star Wars. The animated stuff, when it originally came out, I assumed, because it was on like Disney DX or something like that, I assumed these were kids shows based in the Star Wars universe. I didn't realise they were canon. I didn't realise like Lucasfilm behind them. So I was never even interested. I just assumed it was a kids show. It wasn't until like very recently that I realised, all this stuff is canon and it makes sense and it carries on and it has its own stories and whatever. So like now I feel a little bit lost, and it's not that I don't want to know about this stuff. I just haven't backtracked. So as you said, it's a bit of a commitment. The 7 seasons of Clone Wars. I did watch episode 1 of Clone Wars season 7 before I went live today, just so I could see the Bad Batch in action. And again, like being an action figure fan and watching new stuff is dangerous, because I'm like, oh yeah, Bad Batch would look good on my shelf. Do you know, like, no, Dad, no, fight the temptation, Dad. But I get it. Trust me, I get it.
You need doubles, Dan.
No,
doubles.
don't.
Yeah, doubles, definitely.
But let's get into your list. What do you want? As a bigger Star Wars fan than me, as I said, I know you were a little bit sour of the sequels, but that doesn't take away your love for the prequels and the original trilogy and the vast universe that is Star Wars anyway. But like Marvel Legends, there's still characters we're yet to have in figure form, and we always like to speculate on what Marvel Legends are coming, what Marvel Legends we want. So obviously I give the reins to Brandon. This is completely his list. As I said, he collaborated with a few people on it, but yeah, I'm just going to be here. I'm the audience in this situation. I'm going to be asking the questions. Who's that? Why do we need him? Who's he part of? Why is that relevant? So I'm going to be you guys in this situation. But please feel free to ask your questions, your suggestions. Hit and miss, as always, in the chat as we go through these. If you're a channel member, you've got the emojis. You know what you're doing. So let's get into it. The very first one, Brandon, yeah?
Yes, so just before we do, just a quick reminder of what sort of our guidelines were for this.
Okay.
So so basically we because of the Bad Batch, because of May the 4th, we decided to go with an era that is from the Phantom Menace all the way and up into Rogue One. So that's sort of the age of the Republic, the age of the Clone Wars, and then the Age of Rebellion leading up to Rogue One. So they're mainly sort of prequel era characters, just because the whole mythos of Star Wars is so vast that we couldn't fit everything into 15 items. There are a couple of items that do go beyond that, just as sort of special treats, but that was generally the guidelines that we went with. These are all characters that pretty much have not had a figure before, or are a character that really needs a new figure as well. So yes, Dan, without further ado, let's get going.
Pow, very first one
is Chancellor Palpatine. So I've seen a few people in the chat already saying that they definitely need a prequels Darth Sidious, Sheev Palpatine. So we've had him as the Empire twice now. We had him in the 2013-14 line in the old blue-orange box, or black box with the orange and blue line. We've then had a re-release of him since that was the the Emperor on his chair, which Dan, I believe you have.
I've got it in a box upstairs. Yeah, I even brought a couple
You
of
box upstairs.
royal guards to flank him.
Yeah. There you go. So, but that's the thing. But we have never had him in this iconic look. I mean, Palpatine is the mastermind behind everything evil within Star Wars. So he's definitely one that is needed on the shelf. He played both sides against each other to give himself the galaxy, basically. So this is definitely a big one, I think, for fans, and I think it's definitely a gap that's missing on the shelf. Rich has done an amazing job here with that interchangeable head. I think that is something that we may not ever see from Black Series, but would definitely be welcome.
Again, shout out Rich M on all this. Super producer Rich with all this. There you go. Interchangeable hands on the Black Series.
There you go.
Yeah, we wish. But that makes sense.
This way you get Palpatine as the Senator Chancellor Palpatine, as well as Palpatine, Dan, his little friend, as well as the Darth Sidious prequel Palpatine. So, and that look as well is really important because this is he looks like that as Darth Sidious when he gives a very important speech to the Senate and to the galaxy. You see that in different parts of the Star Wars franchises. I won't say which to avoid any spoilers, but you see that as that's quite a pivotal part of the story. So this is definitely a must.
Yeah, looking in the comments real quick, I don't really see anybody saying miss. As soon as we put up the picture, Mark Tat was hit, Jamie was hit, Sonny's hit, Damien's hit. Phil Jones says, do it, which is, I assume, a Palpatine catchphrase. I can't do his voice, so do it. I can't do it. I tried. Strident says hit. Daz Liamy says yes, zap, zap, zap. I am the Senate, he says. Tom says, Mini Plastic Multiverse says, Episode 3 Palpatine is an absolute hit. Hit. And Barack the Best said, would have to be a HasLab. They couldn't release the whole Senate in one wave. It's true.
It'd be a HasLab bad buy.
Z-Man says, ultimate power. And then the Wolfpack says, Baby Yoda Brandon. Tony says hit. Beautiful. Everyone's saying, hit. Throwing around. Kevin's jumped in with hit as well. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. First, as I said, you're 1 for 1 so far. Happy days. Right, next up.
There we go. Yes, so Kiarimundi, the Jedi Master, member of the Jedi Council. He was a Jedi General during the Clone Wars. He led the Galactic Marines. He was who otherwise known as the 21st Nova Corps. He sadly died during Order 66. He was in the outer what do they call it?
Brandon, that is a weird looking head. I'm not going to lie to you, Brandon.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I'm not going to tell you what I think it looks like, but
I think the great thing about Kiarimundi is that he is a very high profile Jedi. Hasbro have shown that they're willing to give us high profile Jedi such as Kit Fisto and Plo Koon from last year. I think Kiarimundi is definitely like up there in terms of Jedi that had a speaking role in the live action films. Definitely played a solid part in the definitely played a solid part in the Clone Wars as well. So
he's not someone who dies in the battlefield of Clone Wars, is he?
So he dies in Order 66.
Okay, I think I remember it in my head, him dying. I don't know why. Head like that, you don't forget, I guess.
Yeah, so in Order 66, he basically leads the Nova Corps to the invasion of my Gito. I can't even remember how you pronounce it.
You ever seen that film Coneheads?
No, but I see where you're going with it.
It's part of that race, surely. Do you know like how they snuck E.T. into like E.T.'s race into Star Wars somehow? Yeah, I reckon this guy's part of the Conehead universe. He's the Jedi Conehead. I reckon
so too. 100%. But Kiarimundi getting some solid hits in the.
Sorry, I'm literally going to spoil every one of his picks.
No, absolutely, you're fine. Definitely some hits in the chat. So, I think this isn't like as needed as say Palpatine, but I think when you're looking at Jedi, this is definitely probably one of the next ones on
Kevin
the list.
says hit for the figure, but miss because he's a crummy Jedi. Sonny said what I'm thinking, but I don't want to say it out loud in case YouTube kick us off. But we're on the same page, Sonny. We're not, like it's a weird head.
That's a fun fact. There's a fun fact as well from Baraka. He says, dude has like 5 wives in the comic, man's a player. So his alien race are actually like very...
Do you know why? Do you know why he's got 5 wives, Brandon? Let me show you. Look at the size of that. No wonder the women are flocking. That is why this guy has 5 wives. I'm not surprised. That fact doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me, that fact. Carry on.
Solid hits though. Solid hits all round for the figure. So I'll take it. That's 2 for 2.
Mark Tak says he's wanted him since episode 1. Tom
there you go.
says top of my random Jedi list. Jay on the grind,
Tak
Tony, Daz Limey, all saying hit.
2 for 2.
Don't get me wrong. I like like you said with the weird Jedis that we got last year. You could build your own little Jedi crew, which I like that Hasbro are doing that at least.
Yeah, for sure. Because it's great getting, Obi-Wan and Anakin, but, Qui-Gon, Mace Windu, Kit Fisto, Plo Koon, the way that they're building those is pretty solid.
Shout out to Big Will, who's just joined us. He says, pal, hey boys, sorry I'm late. Not a problem, Will. Thank you for joining in. Brandon has took over the stream talking Star Wars today for anyone who's curious. Moving on to the third choice. So far, you've seen 2 for 2. No one said miss for this so far.
There we go.
Mark Tactor says, with a head like that, I'm surprised he doesn't have 6 wives.
Rectangular finished that fun fact off for me. So because his alien race is dying out, he was allowed to marry, have multiple wives, and be able to procreate
breed,
as much as he could.
Yeah. What a terrible burden. What an unlucky man. What a shame. I feel sorry for this Jedi. My heart goes out to this man. You're going to let me... Can I marry these 6? I will. I will. For the good of the race. Let me just go in. One in each room? For the good of the race. I'm repopulating here. This is my mission. This is what... Do you know... I do not feel sorry for this guy. Ridiculous. Okay. 2 for 2. Next up.
2 for 2. So, yes, B2 Super Battle Droids. These are... they first appeared in Attack of the Clones, and then again throughout the Clone Wars and in Revenge of the Sith, as well as more recently in The Mandalorian and a flashback with Din Djarin. Super Battle Droids are advanced. They're very powerful. Much stronger than your average B1s, the beige, Roger looking ones.
Roger.
They actually have enough strength that they can lift clone troopers off the ground, so they're pretty powerful. I think these guys will be great army builders. I think that we're lacking droids in the Black Series line for sure. We've had a couple renditions now of B1 battle droids, but that's about it. In terms of you would
think stuff like this is a layup, isn't it? Like a robot,
that's the thing.
Army builder, single pack, double pack, whatever it may be. It seems a layup. Who wouldn't want a couple of these flanking in the background? Or Darth Clues with a super chat. I'll let Friday read it out if Friday's awake.
He's awake. $4.99 through super chat. Pal, thank you, Darth Clueless. Since you have the power now, please get me a Pong Krell.
He says, since you have the power now, please get me a Pong Krell. I don't think we have the power now, but we can put it into the universe. That's for sure. But I'm going to pretend I know who Pong Krell is. Of course, we need a Pong Krell, Darth Clueless. Of course we do. Yeah. I'll ring up the Hasbro team now. Pong Krell, come on, sort it out. Man's got 7 wives.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think we got some solid hits again in this one.
Let's have a look. Okay, so Tom starts us off. Mini Plastic Universes hit. Phil Jones hit. Jamie hit. The Wolfpack says yes. I'd pick up 20 of these guys. So for every guy who says miss, it doesn't matter because Miguel's going to buy their ones anyway. So Hasbro says it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Damien says hit. George says miss, but only because he knows they end up spending lots of money on army building. Baraka the Best says hit. Mr. Sunny says always hated the design of the Super Battle Droid. Don't know why. Fair enough. Articulated Hero says hit. and must to recreate that awesome animated Clone Wars scene. I just seen them in that episode I watched actually a minute ago. Big Will says hit. Daz Lamy says hit. Jay on the Grind said miss. Cap Live says super battle droids are a hit. And Southern Symbiote says hit as well. So there's a few misses, but still the majority hit easy. And the people that said miss are only saying miss because they don't want to buy multiple of them.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's still I get it.
So is that 3 for 3?
I'd say 3 for 3. If you get more hits and misses, and I'd say that's a overall good choice. Sure. Like as I said, this is the type of thing where me, just as a casual guy, would buy a couple just to flank in the background. They're just bad guys for your good guys to fight. Like easy. Matt Owens is hit. Mark Tactics is hit. Beautiful.
You see these guys a lot with Count Dooku too. So as you say, a lot of casual fans would be able to recognize these battle droids.
Count Dooku's the robot with the 4 arms, right, and turns into a big ball and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I know my Star Wars. Come on now. He's got all the lightsabers. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the one.
You're not winding me up. It is that guy, right?
Because that's General Grievous. Count Dooku is.
Oh, for God's sake! See, I was being serious. I thought that was him. Okay.
No. Count Dooku's Christopher Lee.
Okay.
The old guy.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Count Dooku. Yeah. I think I do. I need to see a picture. Anyway, moving on. Fourth one.
Number 4.
This guy.
Is pre-Vizsla. So this would be pretty easy to do. In terms of he is a Mandalorian. He's a Mandalorian warrior. He is the leader of the Death Watch. They're a terrorist organization, and they basically believe that at that point in the timeline, the Duchess of Mandalore, Satine, she's a pacifist. She doesn't think that Mandalorians should be, badass warriors. Basically, she thinks they should be, nice, decent, well-meaning people. But Pre-Vizsla is like all about the history of Mandalore. Mandalorians are feared warriors, and he thinks that they should definitely be in charge of his homeworld. So he basically has a whole army of commandos behind him. He teams up with Darth Maul to try to take over Mandalore at a few different points in the Clone Wars. It does and doesn't end up well for him. But this is one of the characters in the Clone Wars that hasn't had a lot of love yet, but could definitely be a solid repaint for Hasbro, as well as giving us something new and giving us a character that we all are probably after, for sure.
So 2 genuine questions. Now I know a little bit about the Darksaber. 1, how did he get it? And 2, how did he lose it?
How he lost it is a big spoiler for the Clone Wars.
Okay, so don't tell me that one then.
So I won't tell you that one, and it's a really, really cool scene how he loses it. But how he got it, I think he was the first one to have it in the Clone Wars continuity. I think. So
did he find it? Was it missing? Was it like buried in a tomb or something like that? Like where did it come from anyway? Like how did he get it?
So sure. So the Darksaber originally was the lightsaber of a Mandalorian Jedi.
Yeah.
Then when that Mandalorian Jedi died, I think they then buried it with him in the temple. Okay. I don't remember how Pre-Vizsla got it. It may have been that they ended up not burying it with them, and they passed it down maybe through the generations. I'm trying to remember exactly. Hopefully somebody in the chat could help me out with that one.
Okay, just look at the chat. Mark Tata says he's voiced by Jon Favreau, which I like.
Yes, yeah.
Tony Collector says yes, hit. The Wolfpack says you might be able to kit bash this one. Sorry, Brandon, miss for me. Cat Live says yes, Pre-Vizsla, hit. Home Dude's laughing. I don't know what that. Probably at me. That's fine. Sunny says one in the battle, lost in the battle. Bracker the best says 100% hit, but knowing Hasbro, if they ever release him, he'll be on the Django body as a Walmart exclusive. That episode where he teams up with Darth Maul is excellent, says Mark Tac. Striding says this is the way. Tom says, man, you're coming up with stuff I hadn't thought of. I really don't need, but I'd buy if they made it. Rich says miss because he was a pain to Photoshop. Thank you once again to super producer Rich for all of this beautiful art that he does for our shows. We appreciate you, Rich. Thank you very much. Tony Collector, yes, it was from the family. Ancestry. I can't say that word.
Ancestry.
Ancestry.
Oh yes, Mid Studios got it right. The Jedi hid it, and then Vizsla stole it from the temple. That's the one.
Okay, cool.
I think they put it in the Jedi temple
because he thinks it's rightfully a Mandalorian thing, not a Jedi thing. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Makes sense. Southern Symbiote says hit for this dude. He is a legend. Big Will says he brought it off eBay. Imagine that.
Definitely, that's the way to go.
Yeah, beautiful. So far, again, another one, 4 for 4. Looking good. This one makes sense, though, especially with the Mandalorian hype at the minute. And again,
that's it.
He's got a helmet as well. So again, even if people don't know the character behind the helmet, it's a cool-looking Mandalorian figure. Another way to re-release the Black Saber, because so far we've only got it with that one guy, right? The chicken shop guy.
Moff Gideon.
That's the guy.
Yes, Moff Gideon, yeah.
But yeah, looking good. Okay, next up. This guy.
So this one
wait. This is the same guy from Rogue One, right?
Yes, there you go.
Haha, I knew something. Yeah.
There you go. So this is Saw Gerrera. So he first appears in the Clone Wars. He is a resistance fighter on on Onderon. He's fighting there during the Clone Wars. He basically becomes a key member of the Alliance, the Rebellion, later on. So we see him in Clone Wars. We see him in Rebels. And yes, then he is played by Forrest Whitaker in Rogue One.
So, before you continue, so is a character like this, was he first seen in the animated show? So someone who had seen that and then seen him in Rogue One, that connection's already there. But for someone like me, who missed the animated shows, I never made that connection. So, it proves watching the animated shows gives you that little bit more insight.
Yeah,
it's like watching. Yeah, okay. So that's what I mean. I didn't know this guy had been in anything else apart from Rogue One. Do you know? So
yeah, and the thing about his arc in the Clone Wars, Saw Gerrera is a very dark, very tragic character. In that he basically Obi-Wan and Anakin are sent to Onderon. They train Saw Gerrera and his rebels. During that training and during the fight against the Empire, Saw loses his sister. Quite brutally as well, which is really sad. So his methods are very extreme in how he feels that they should go about dealing with, the Confederacy at one point, and then obviously the Empire later on. So he has a lot of looks as well throughout that timeline, from when he's a younger man in the Clone Wars to when he's an older man in Rogue One. But he's definitely a popular character, I would say. And the other benefit here with this character for me personally, generally with Star Wars, we don't get a lot of diversity. There is, your aliens and whatnot, but, in terms of, in terms of human diverse characters, beyond, beyond Mace, beyond Moff Gideon, Karga, Calrissian, there aren't many other figures that we have or characters that we have. So to celebrate a character like this, I think would be great for the Black Series line.
Yeah, I completely agree, and not to make light of the situation, but I'm surprised there aren't more Conehead-looking guys in the universe, considering that guy's got 6 wives, and there's only one of them.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you know what I mean? He's got 6 wives. Why aren't there more Conehead people in the universe?
It's crazy. Absolutely.
Yeah, he's popular. He should be full of them.
The other thing with Saw is that we have not seen the last of him. You may or may not remember if anybody has seen the trailers for the Bad Batch, but he will appear in the Bad Batch. So definitely a relevant character to the story at the moment. Definitely a character that's present in the Star Wars mythos. I think personally, if we were to get a figure of him, I would prefer the Clone Wars, Bad Batch, Rebels era of him, just a younger version of him. As much as I would love a Forrest Whitaker action figure, I think I would just prefer that younger, more in his prime look person.
A Mini Plastic Multiverse says, but Rogue One look with 2 heads, bold hair, and bold and big hair would be good as well. Like you said, he has
100%.
Again, Black Series, they need to start giving us a bit more in the box.
For sure.
Yeah, people are liking this guy as well. Laserpants says, hello, Dan and Brandon. Hello, Ryan.
Hello, Laserpants.
How are you, Sir Laser Trousers? Good evening. Hope you're working hard. I believe you're at work right now. Go back to work. No, I'm joking.
Mark Tak says Anakin couldn't even handle one wife. Oh gosh.
Yeah, I know. I recognised the name, but I didn't recognise him. But it's like if you showed me a picture of this guy, I would have went, no idea. But if you would have said it's Sil Guerrero, I would have went, oh, it's the guy from Rogue One. Do you know, like, so, again, it just shows how, as I said, if you don't watch the animated stuff, you miss those jigsaw pieces that fit into the bigger picture. And that's why I love the MCU so much, is because I know the whole story. So that's what makes me think I'm missing out by not knowing the whole story in regards to the Star Wars sort of mythos. But yeah, people are saying here, Rectangular says, please give us the remaining 4 members of... Oh, it cut off my chat. What did it say?
Of the heist crew from Mandalorian Season 1.
Oh, yes. 6. Yes, that's the guy, Zero, and that American comedian. What's his name? The bold American comedian. He has the guns coming off his back. He's got a podcast or something. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I know who you mean there.
Yeah, he's an American sort of guy. He's not really in British TV and stuff, but I know Bill Murr. Bill Murr, am I getting that right?
Something like that, yeah.
So close to it. I know he's a controversial comedian as such, I think. Anyway, yes, I agree. Rectangular is the point I'm trying to say. We are getting Zero, I think. That was voiced by a British actor. That I think with the Sasha Banks figure, they revealed that in the last Hasbro Fan Fest, I think. Ryan says, I'm a little sore. I'm in Orlando on vacation. Well, you're sore. What have you been doing? What type of vacation is this? You haven't met that Conehead guy, have you? Lazy Pants says hit. Yeah, Bill Burr. There you go. I got there eventually. It was on the tip of my tongue.
This is a good point. Baraka says, I have 2 times the amount of Black Series and Legends, but my Star Wars accessory box is 4 times smaller than my Legends one.
Yeah, it's sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sad. And that's probably just full of lightsabers as well. 7,000 lightsabers, 2 interchangeable heads. Yeah.
And a whole bunch of pistols.
Yeah. Right, okay, next up. This guy.
Yes, so this is number 6, Agent Callus, Alexander Callus. Callus has a couple of different looks that we could see in the Black Series. The first is his Imperial look. So he basically, Callus served as an agent of the Empire to begin with, serving under Vader and other prominent admirals within the Empire. He later becomes a Rebel spy. So he's mainly from Star Wars Rebels. So he becomes a Rebel spy. And then helps to join the Alliance and becomes a member of the Alliance. So this look here is his Rebel look. We see him in this in seasons, I want to say 3 and 4 off the top of my head of Rebels. I think the first 2 seasons he's more as Empire in his Empire look. So he has a really interesting story. He's basically an Imperial Security Bureau agent, so he's up there in importance basically. But yeah, he has an interesting story basically because of that turn. You see him as this insider within the Empire. He has done some dirty things for the Empire. He is doing some dirty things for the Empire. But as time goes on, you see this change in his story arc, where he goes from that sort of head on the left hand side, where he's this villainous, evil kind of character, to where he kind of sees where the rebels are coming from. He sees the error of the ways of the Empire, and really makes a difference.
Okay, so which is good guy head and which is bad guy head? Because I'm assuming that's
bad guy head there, good guy head there.
Okay, so I like it. Again, Rich, you need to be working for the Star Wars team, showing them how to give us interchangeable parts here, because that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, again, I've never seen Rebels, so I can't really add too much. But he's like a casual Star Wars character, but they're also fun in the Star Wars universe as well. Like Han Solo, for example, just an average guy, hasn't got all this garb on it. It's just a sort of.
And the thing about him is that because those 2 looks are so distinctive, they could very much give us either or both. Callus is definitely a main character in Rebels, a main supporting character. So I think it'd be great for a lot of people as ACBA as well.
The Wolfpack says Empire look hit, Rebel look miss. Jamie says I'd love his Imperial uniform. Tom says but I'd probably get it, so hit, I guess. You can Vincent. Tom didn't want any of these Star Wars figures, but at the end of the stream, he's got a wish list as big as yours. So
there you go.
Yeah, and then Capliv says Imperial or Rebel Caddis is a hit, and Phil Jones says Logan. It's because I guess of his massive sideburns, I assume.
There you go.
Doesn't matter how long his hair is, he keeps the sideburns.
Absolutely.
But yeah, looking good.
Sure.
Having a quick scan at the chat. Lace Pants says he's walking 10 plus miles a day. I assuming that's the wife's influence. I know what it's like. Amanda dragged me around when I go on holiday as well. When we met up to go to In Demand, we literally spent the day walking like miles down some beach so she could see some seals.
Yeah.
I told her I could Google a picture, but she wasn't interested. Z-Man says hit. Yeah, okay, cool. Another one, Brandon. Another one.
There you go.
You know what the people want. A voice of the people. Next up.
Yes, so sticking with the Rebels theme. So this is the Grand Inquisitor. So Dan, the Inquisitors are basically a group of bad guys, to put it simply.
Looks like they look bad. I can see the Empire logo on the shoulder there.
Exactly. So they basically work for Vader. And they are in place to basically hunt down any remaining Jedi and kill them. So the Grand Inquisitor is the highest ranking member of the Inquisitors. This one in particular, he was a former Jedi Temple guard, and he plays a significant role as the villain in seasons, I want to say 1 of Rebels. Fun fact, he was also voiced by Jason Isaac, Jason Isaac is Lucius Malfoy in Harry Potter.
Oh, okay, yeah. So Inquisitors, is that like, in simple terms, like a bounty hunter for the Empire, but only after Rebel, only after Jedi's type thing? Like their own in-house bounty hunters type thing. They don't have to outreach Boba Fett because they've got their own in-house Inquisitors type thing. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and I want to say that I think they're Force sensitive. I think they can use the Force off the top of my head. I haven't watched Rebels in about a year, so I can't remember exactly. So Cap Lives or somebody else in the chat that can help me out with that one, I would appreciate it.
I like his weapon with the disc in the set. Do all of the Inquisitors have that weapon, or is that just his?
A lot of them do have double-bladed lightsabers. They all have the red lightsabers for sure. And as I say, their story is really interesting because of how they are ordered by Vader to hunt down any Jedi that survived Order 66. So it would be really interesting to see. Personally, I would love to see more of a series that involves them and involves Vader. Hunting down Jedi. I think that would be great because there's a lot of story there about what their intentions were and how Vader approached the Jedi Purge immediately after Order 66. There's a lot of story there.
The Wolfpack says he's Vader's bounty hunter, Force sensitive. Laser Pants says yes, they can use the Force. Hit. Laser Pants, so people are asking in the chat, why are you walking 10 miles a day? Is it because you're at the theme parks? You're walking around on all the rides, having fun? Hope you are, my friend. Hope you are. Darth Cluder says most of them are former Jedi. They could all use the Force as Baraka. So yeah, so you're spot on with everything you're saying so far. The chat are just backing you up. And again, hits. People are saying hit. Articulate Hero, super hit. The Cap Lives and Grand Inquisitor is a hit.
You know who they're like? They're like Asajj Ventress in that way. They were never like deemed, Darth so and so or Lords of the Sith, but they are dark side users.
Is she the one that's just got a figure recently? And I called Darth Maul's sister.
Yes, correct.
Yes, I know what he's saying. Don't get me wrong, like the character designs of all of these are definitely toyetic. Do you know, like you can see. And again, you know he's a bad guy. He's got the red saber. He's wearing black. He's got the little red tints on him. Yeah, it makes sense. But yeah, these type of figures are always fun with the lightsabers and whatnot. But so I'm guessing if he's the Grand Inquisitor, there are others, like you said. Are there any other memorable ones? Any honourable mentions while we're talking about these?
So Baraka the Best makes a good point. He says Ninth Sister from Fallen Order would be really cool. She looks like a Sith Cull Obsidian. We've already had an Inquisitor in the Black Series line. We had the second Sister Inquisitor, as she was the bad guy in the Fallen Order game.
Okay, yeah.
So we've had her already as well. So Hasbro are aware of the Inquisitors, and I think as they progress the Rebels line, this is definitely one of the next ones up on their board, or should be at least.
Mark Tatak says, Brandon, have you read the issue of Darth Vader where a Jedi in hiding uses Order 66 against the Clone Troopers, accomplishing the Inquisitors? It's badass. Accompanying the Inquisitors is badass. Vader uses the Inquisitors to hunt down Jedi, says the Wolfpack. Strider says they are mostly fallen Jedi, but they are not Sith. Lazy Pants says, yes, theme park walking. Hope you're having fun, Lazy Pants. I am very jealous. I miss doing things. The country's been in lockdown for ages. I haven't even done anything. I had to go out for a work meeting today, and they made me go. They wanted to, like, the boss was trying to be nice and buy us like breakfast, but like you have to sit outside, and it was raining and cold, and I'm like, I appreciate it, but can we just go inside? It's freezing. But yeah,
Florida is crazy right now. Though they have like
they're back to normal, right? They're just floodgates are open.
They have almost no COVID rules. They're just.
I'm jealous.
Nutcases. They're nutcases. To the least. But yes, so that's all of our single pack characters. So
interesting. We're moving to deluxe, are we?
Yeah, well, not yet. So the next ones should be double packs and multi packs.
Okay, ready for me to go next? Yeah.
Yes. So let's go for it.
Next one.
So these are two of the most wanted Jedi, I believe. I think these are the two most wanted female Jedi. We have no female Jedi. Just put it out there.
In figure form.
No female Jedi in figure form. No Black Series female Jedi.
Hang on, isn't what's the name a Jedi? The girl that's got an orange face. What's her name? The names don't come to me.
Sorry, Ahsoka. Yes, Ahsoka is a Jedi, but I mean like we have no background Jedi. I mean,
okay.
Like, yes, Ahsoka is a Jedi. She's a female Jedi.
Yes,
she is. But she's like in terms of
a mainstream.
She's like Leia.
She's a mainstream. She's like Leia. You mean like the Jedis we were talking about earlier, like the background Jedis. We got no background female Jedis type thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
I get. We haven't.
Yeah. We haven't had any other prequel era Jedi.
And then Brad just says Rey as well, but Brandon doesn't like talking about the sequel, so we won't mention it.
Anyway, so we've got Shakti and Ayla Sakura. So Shakti is pretty great.
Is that the one on the left?
That's the one on the left, correct. So Shakti, she was a Jedi Master. She was a member of the Jedi Council. She was really considered to be one of the wisest and most patient of the Council. And she was also the one who oversaw the training of the clone troopers. So she has some really great moments in the Clone Wars animated series. Sadly, we don't get too much of her in the live action films, but she's a really, really lovable character in the Clone Wars. She's kind of like the closest thing that the clones ever had to a mother in a way. There's a lot of story around how they have a lot of respect for Shakti.
Is she ever seen in live action?
She is seen a couple of times. I'm hoping someone in the chat can help me out with this.
Like original trilogy type in the background or something like that.
Not in the original trilogy, but in the prequel trilogy.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, in the prequel trilogy, she does show up a couple of times. Her death, how she dies, has always kind of been a bit ambiguous. There was a deleted scene where Grievous killed her. There was another scene where Anakin killed her at the Jedi Temple. So I don't know if we've ever really had like an official death for her. I think there is an official death, but I can't remember which one it is. So if someone in the chat can help me out with that.
Jay and the Grind says episode 3, so I'm assuming that's where we can see her.
Yeah, we do also see her in the Battle of Geonosis in episode 2. When all the Jedi drop into the arena.
Okay, yeah.
But she doesn't really have like a speaking role in the live action films. Alia Sakura is a pretty great one as well. So she leads Commander Bly, who we've already had in the Black series, and she is seen in the Clone Wars. She's seen in Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, and she's also seen in Revenge of the Sith. Sadly, she is one of the Jedi that we see killed in Order 66. So Commander Bly and the 327th Star Corps, they kill her during Order 66. She's the one where they're walking through that Felucia. It's like the planet with all like the big overgrown plants and exotic looking plants kind of thing.
Okay.
And she's walking along, and then they just suddenly stop and they just shoot her in the back, which is really tragic.
Harsh.
But she's a pretty badass. She's a great character in the Clone Wars. But the great thing about these two is that Shaak Ti can be easily paired with the Kamino clone that we got last year, and Alia Sakura can really be paired with Commander Bly, who we got in the Black Series last year.
Wallace is saying in the chat that I have a 3 3/4 inch version, but need a 6 inch. So one of these already got a figure at that scale.
Yeah.
I think General Grievous kills her, says Mark. I think that he's on about the first one.
Yeah, Shaak Ti.
Yeah, again, toyetic. Do you know what I mean? Like,
for sure,
easily be fun action figures.
And the thing about Shaak Ti, if they could give us, if they could use a similar base body as they did with Asajj Ventress, that pinless body with the skirt piece that was soft goods, I think you got a really good looking figure there for sure. She's also, speaking of Ahsoka, Shaak Ti is the same species as Ahsoka.
I assumed as much. Yeah, I still can't figure out if that's a hat or hair. Those tentacles. Yeah. No one knows. Does anyone know the answer to that? Is that a hat or hair?
It's more. Yeah, it's not like a headpiece. It is actual, flesh like hair.
So she's got tentacle hair essentially.
Yeah, basically. So this would be a solid 2-pack. A couple of honorable mentions on female Jedi while we're here. I saw Garrett had said Luminara Unduli is definitely up there. I know Cap Lives would definitely like a Barriss Offee. These are other.
They were going to be my 2 suggestions as well. To be fair, so glad they mentioned them. Yeah,
for sure. We see those 2 in Episode 2 in Attack of the Clones, again in that battle scene on Geonosis. But they have really significant storylines in the Clone Wars as well. So there you go. I think this next 2-pack down is going to get a lot of people excited. So
okay. Well, people are liking this one already. As I said, you haven't had a miss so far. Next up, Darth Maul and wait, we've seen this
Savage.
guy. No, wait, it's what did I call him? Darth Bumblebee, or I can't remember. Carry on. Sorry.
Darth Bumblebee. So this is so everybody knows Darth Maul, and this is Savage Opress.
Oh, he's like a
so Savage Opress. Yeah, so Savage Opress is pretty beefy. So he basically became a Sith apprentice under Count Dooku, and he later became a Sith Lord apprentice to Darth Maul during the Clone Wars. So what basically happens is that Count Dooku grows tired of Asajj Ventress, tries to kill Asajj Ventress, and then goes looking out for a new apprentice, and he chooses Savage Opress. What later then happens is Savage Opress then runs away with Darth Maul, who is his brother. He runs away to find Darth Maul, finds Darth Maul, and then they take on the galaxy themselves. They both play very significant parts in the Clone Wars. I went with this version of Maul because there are several different versions of Maul within the Clone Wars series. You have a version of him. So Dan, he got cut off at the waist by Obi-Wan Kenobi.
This isn't that version though, is it? This is before that, right?
No, this is after that. So what happens is Darth Maul gets cut off at the waist. He survives that on Naboo. He then is able to. He then creates a kind of new body for himself.
Doesn't he have spider legs? Yeah. We've never had that in figure form either.
Legs. Never had that in figure form.
Okay.
Never had that in figure form. So he has a spider leg look, which I think would be difficult for them to do in the Black Series. They would need to do it as a deluxe release.
Yeah.
So for the purpose of the 2-pack, I went with Darth Maul Season 7 look, and this is iconic. Darth Maul is one of the key characters of the Clone Wars. Dave Filoni brought him back and really, really gave him an amazing storyline. Like when you think about the live action version of him, he didn't really say anything. But Clone Wars really takes his character deeper and really.
So he's got his legs back now. Are they just robot legs again? So how did he get his legs back?
So those are cyborg legs.
Oh,
so
okay.
remember Pre Vizsla, who we mentioned earlier on?
Yes.
So Pre Vizsla gives him these cyborg legs.
Oh, okay. So they're still robot legs, but they just look a lot better. Okay, that's why.
Exactly.
That's why looking at this picture, I thought it may have been a previous before he got his legs chopped off version, because they do look pretty good. But again, the Bumblebee Darth Maul looks great as well, like a hench. I think I prefer the yellow and black to the red and black as well. And his horns seem a little bit bigger, or maybe that's just that picture. Well, oh yeah, they just looks good. Looks like a intimidating, evil bad guy.
Yeah, exactly. And the good thing is that he's not just that. You know, you get so many bad guys that might look the part but aren't actually all that bad. But he really is, like, he has a great storyline. Again, quite tragic. You know, typical to Star Wars. Star Wars, a big theme of Star Wars is also family. And you know, these two as brothers taking on the galaxy in the way they do is, it does well to really flesh out the character.
I'm seeing a lot of hits for this one in the chat. Hit Mark Tacta. Gareth says, "Oh yeah, hell yeah, brothers forever," says the Wolfpack. We need a savage. Yes, hit. Hit for both, either in 2-pack or singles, says Tom. Baraka says hit. Jay on the grind. Hit. Mark Tac hit. He says Maul and Savage in those outfits are absolutely essential. Southern Symbiote says he is also an apprentice under Ventress. Wallace says yes, hit. Mega hits as Striding. CJ says hit. How you doing, CJ? Hope you're good. Jay on the grind says choking hit. The guy's choking. Radium says hit. Jamie says had those spider legs in one of those Hero Collect figures. Okay. And then Tanner says, hey all, sorry I'm late. It's not good enough, Tanner. Where have you been? No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Welcome, Tanner. I hope you're well. A lot of people saying hit for this one. Probably the most hits on this one so far.
Yeah, this is that kind of. These are those kind of characters that if they put these up for pre-order tomorrow, they'd sell out overnight for sure.
I did pre-order the most recent Darth Maul. Do you know the comic one? And it's started to come in stock. It's in stock right now and in demand if you're willing to pay in book prices. It's in stock in Comic and Cocktails as well. But I think I got mine from Star Action Figures, I think. But I like Darth Maul. I just like his character design. He's a fun, cool figure. So yeah, I'll have a topless Darth Maul soon, I guess.
For sure. There you go. This next 2-pack is a big want for me. This is probably my most wanted thing on this entire list.
Oh wow!
Personally.
Okay. Anticipation. Let's click the button. Pow.
Yes, and I kind of, in retrospect, I kind of regret not making this a 3-pack. And I'll explain why in a second. So this is the 212th and 501st Clone Troopers. These are quite possibly the most recognizable Clone Troopers in the entire Skywalker saga. The 501st Troopers on the left-hand side down, the blue tribal paint.
Yep.
They are Anakin's clone troopers. They are otherwise later known as Vader's Fist. They are like some of the best of the best. After the Clone Wars, Vader does recruit like a very tight group of those clone troopers to be his kind of, his personal battalion. The 501st Troopers are the ones that storm the Jedi Temple and, kill most of the Jedi. The 212th Battalion, the attack battalion on the right-hand side, the orange tribal paint, they are Obi-Wan Kenobi's clone troopers. So, Commander Cody?
Yep. That's his. So Commander Cody. He's the boss of these.
Yeah, exactly. And Captain Rex, Ahsoka's friend?
Here's the boss of the blue ones.
Exactly.
And we've got both of them in figure form, haven't we? But we haven't got these two army builders in figure form. It's crazy how
we have these two in figure form. They came out in an Order 66 4-pack about, I want to say 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago.
Wow.
But they were on an old clone body mold. They were in a 4-pack that at the time was very easy to get. Now would set you back at least £200.
What's the 4-pack called again? Order Black? Is it
Order
Black
66?
Series?
Black Series Order 66 4-pack. It has these two. It has a green trooper, which is the 41st Elite Corps, and it has a Crossing Guard trooper, the red one that we spoke about earlier. So that is a very, very expensive Black Series item. Yeah, this one here, very expensive to get now. At the time, they released as an Entertainment Earth exclusive, very easy to get back then. They had them on sale a number of times for $40 each for the 4-pack. But now, if you want it mint and brand new, you're looking at a lot of money.
That is a beautiful army building pack, though, isn't it?
Oh, for sure. But the thing is that these bodies, they have pins. They don't pose very well. Of the time. It was great for its time, but not so much now. And the thing is
it's good to know, though, if they were willing to do a 4-pack then, it doesn't mean it's off the table now. Or even, like you said, like your suggestion, a 2-pack would still be great.
Yeah, and the thing is that that 501st figure, the blue one there, is heavily rumored to be getting a re-release in the archive wave, the 3rd archive wave this year.
Oh, okay.
Which is a real shame.
They could do an archive wave of all of these. They could put all of these in an archive. We just had an army builder archive wave. This could be a wave.
They could, but the thing is that this would be a real shame, because they would basically be making. The thing is about the archive wave is it's basically the same figure, just redecoed.
Oh, okay. So you don't want it. It's not that you don't want the figure. You just don't want this version of that figure.
Exactly. Yeah. So if they were to do this 2-pack of the 212th and the 501st troopers, it would be the all new clone body mold, all pinless, which isn't the most popular. In terms of like different strokes for different folks, right? Like some people prefer the old body mold. Some people prefer the Captain Rex body mold, which is it still has the pins, but it's like double jointed elbows, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the thing is that the new clone body mold, it's definitely the most value for money, in that you have the pinless arms, you have it's so much easier to pose them. They have butterfly joints, so it just would be a lot better, I think. And they have the mold there. All they need to do is just repaint it, so it would be pretty easy to do. The other thing is that in season 7 of Clone Wars last year, you see these clone troopers a lot. Like if it was me, I would have released this 2-pack for season 7 last year, and they would have sold like hotcakes.
It's a Star Wars army builder. Do you know, like I don't understand why they don't release them more often.
No, and let me put it this way: if they did a 2-pack of this, like this,
how many are you getting?
Single releases,
how many are you getting?
I would get. I'm not kidding. I would get 10. Like
the missus isn't watching, right?
No, she's not. But you're talking
cool.
Someone that.
So 20 then. 20. You can be honest.
I literally pre-ordered 8 ARC Trooper Echoes this week, right? 8. So which is like a special kind of clone trooper. So like if the chat will get it, but like so if they did an easy repaint of that Camino clone trooper that we got last year on this on that body mold with this paint apps, it would sell like just crazy. And it is just beyond crazy to me that they decided to go for the Camino clone trooper first before they did these two. These are iconic, in my opinion.
So these two, in your opinion, are more popular and seen more and used more relevant to the Star Wars universe than the red clone trooper that we've revealed earlier this week?
Yes, okay. I would say so. But the thing about the Coruscant Guard is that I would definitely say they're in the top, 3 or 4 for clone troopers. And they're very relevant for the Bad Batch, which has just come out, because they play a significant role in Order 66.
Well, that's why they're getting a re-release, isn't it? Yeah.
Exactly. But in the same way that they've just done that for the Bad Batch, they should have done this for the Clone Wars last year, in my opinion.
Capliv says these are all hits, so moving forward, just know they're all hits. So we won't. Yeah. Capliv's just going to sit back quietly without his keyboard anymore. We know what he's thinking, and Baraka says the same as Cap. And I think who was it? Was it Jamie maybe who said, "Or hit on the new clone bodies would work, be amazing." Yeah, I think everyone's on the same page again. With these two. £40 for the Rainbow Troopers is a steal, says the Wolfpack. Not anymore. But yeah,
Yeah. So got a lot of love for this.
Tom Mini Plastic Universe has got
Oh.
8 exclamation mark.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a crazy
Yeah,
man.
Don't tell anyone.
Don't be like Brandon.
I got loads of repainting to do. The reason why I said I regret saying that I regret doing this as a 2-pack and not a 3-pack is because if I could have done it as a 3-pack, I would have had a plain Phase 2 Clone Trooper in there as well.
Oh,
so Dan, you see this style of helmet?
Yeah.
So this helmet is the Phase 2 helmet. So this is for the second half of the war. They had this helmet. I think that a lot of people prefer the Phase 2 helmet. So again, it would be very easy for them to do. They've done a Phase 1 plain Clone Trooper. If they did a plain Phase 2 Clone Trooper, I wouldn't mind them having. I wouldn't mind if they wouldn't do these in this paintwork
because you can do it yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like if they
just give me the blank canvas, isn't it? That's what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If they did that, I would just paint 10 of these each probably. So yeah. And the thing is, for me, the reason why I want these to be on that particular body, I literally, in this room, I have 60 Clone Troopers on that body in this room. Right? Like, so some of which, as they came factory painted, some of which I've repainted, but just for that consistency, you know, having them on this body would just be the best way.
Yeah, again, it makes sense. Army builders, easy layup for any Star Wars fan. Clone Wars always popular. Again, for me, as I not being a fan of the cartoons or the animated, these were just always Clone Troopers in the tribal paint. I didn't realize there was so much story behind all them all. But yeah, they make for a great display, that's for sure. Looking at the chat again. Cloud says, "I'd like to know Brandon's favourite out the Bad Batch. I know he's said before. So again, Brandon, favourite of the Bad Batch before we go to the next one."
My favourite would probably be Hunter, for sure.
He's the ones with I've seen it now. Yes, he's the one with heightened senses, isn't he?
Yes.
So he's like the Daredevil of the crew. I still like Tech with his little goggle visor things over the goggles and just tapping it. Yeah.
My guess was going to be that you'd go for the Donatello.
Yeah, of course. Every crew needs a genius. Without the genius, how would you hack these computers? They'd be smashing into rooms and then going, right, now what do we do? They need the tech guy. Right, okay, cool. Next up.
So yes, so this next one goes a little bit beyond the era that we defined. This is one or two items that goes beyond that. But I think these are fan favorites, man.
Welcome back to the chat, Dan W. Welcome back to the chat. Okay, I'm here. Go. Okay, let's go.
Yes,
okay,
you take this one away.
So this is Boba Fett from The Mandalorian. Yeah. Everyone thought he was eaten in the Sarlacc pit. Everyone thought it was over. The mystery was there for over 30 years. What happened to Boba Fett? Nobody knows. He's this mysterious bounty hunter from the original trilogy. Never seen in any of the animated shows, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then all of a sudden, in season 2 of The Mandalorian, we see his armor show up. And we're like, that's not Boba Fett. What's happened to the real Boba Fett? And then he's lurking in the shadows, watching without his armor. And he comes and steals it back from Mandalorian, Mando's ship. And then now we have Old Man. I'm going to call him Old Man Boba. But yeah, this has got to be a figure sooner or later. And then obviously...
So, yeah.
But,
you go ahead.
No, go for it, because you will know more. Again, she originally appeared in the Clone Wars. So again, for you guys, it was a big deal to see her in live action for the first time because she'd already had probably one of the main characters of all the animated Star Wars stuff, right? Like one of the most popular characters that was debuted in the animated stuff. Yeah,
for sure. The thing about these two characters will, without shadow of a doubt, get figures in the next 18 months.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah,
100%. The reason why is because both of them are getting their own Disney Plus series. You've got Ahsoka, which comes out, I believe, next year or the year after. You have the Book of Boba Fett, which debuts this December. The reason why I did this as a 2-pack was because of all the characters that have either made a cameo, barring, I suppose, Luke Skywalker, spoiler alert, of all the newer characters that we've had in The Mandalorian, these two are the most mainstream, the most popular. and they could have easily made some money out of us. They could have easily made this as a 2-pack, and then later on down the line, reissued them as redecos, repaints for their own shows. My thinking for why we probably didn't get that already, or it could be coming soon, is that I
assume Lucasfilm wanted to keep it quiet and tried to hide these two's appearance as best as they could. Like, basically, because I know some toys got released quite soon after the show, like with the heavy Mandalorian and stuff like that. But I don't think they were too spoilerific. Where these two, I think they were keeping close to the chest. Because we all assumed Boba was coming back, but we didn't know how he'd look, what form, or anything like that. So, and then obviously Ahsoka as well. She was just. They were definitely trying to hide her appearance because I know Dave Filoni, that's his baby, isn't it? That's his character.
Yes, exactly.
So he wanted it to be as big of an impact within the show as he could have been. But yeah, like you're completely right. We're going to see these two in figure form. Probably not in a 2-pack though, but we can wish.
The reason why I lost my train of thought, Cap Liv said, this set is a miss for me. Mandalorian doesn't do anything for me figure-wise. I was so close to having a perfect treat with Cap Liv.
He's back in the room. He was sat back with his hands up. He wasn't bothered. He was like everything's a hit. And then he's seen this and he's like, for God's sake, I'm going to have to go back to my keyboard.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I think this one and the other item that are outside of that era, if those are misses, then I don't mind so much. But this was just us having a bit of fun to say, here are some other ideas that could come up.
Brandon just wanted to add a few characters that I actually knew in the list, so I appreciate that, Brandon. Exactly. I do appreciate it. Shout out Archie as well. Archie's just jumped in the chat, says what up, Dan. What up, Archie? Hope you're doing good, my friend. Welcome to the stream. Brandon has took over the stream today talking Star Wars, but I know these two, Ahsoka Tano and Boba Fett, of course. Definitely be buying these when inevitably the Black Series reveal these before the end of the year. Do you think, Brandon, both of these?
I reckon so, for sure.
Book of Boba comes out December, right? This Book of Boba is before Mandalorian season 3, so gotta get some Boba figures, surely. And
I reckon.
And who's his sidekick? What's she called?
Fennec Shand. Her figure is rumored to be coming sometime August, September.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, she's another one you need now. Little sidekick for Boba. But yeah, Ahsoka Tano as well. Easy. 2 easy ones. 2 easy hits from me anyway, for sure. Exactly. And everyone put a hit as well when we first put these into the chat. I've seen a lot of emojis. 100% hit. Yeah. This one was an easy choice. Okay, next up.
So the next one is back to the animated series. This is our first 3-pack. I think these guys would be very popular. These are very, very popular in Rebels, and I think a lot of people are going to love those.
Okay.
So let's see it. So,
Man Trooper
Rex. Yes. So Captain Rex, Clone Commander Wolf, and Commando Gregor. So in Star Wars Rebels, Ahsoka advises the Rebels to go and find an old contact of hers, an old friend of hers. She tells them to trust him. And that is when we come across Rex as an old man. So this is Ahsoka's best friend.
So these are the troopers from Clone Wars, but now as old people. Oh, okay.
Old men, yeah, exactly. So you've got Old Man Rex, Old Man Wolf, and Old Man Gregor. So Wolf is served with Plo Koon.
Wolf is the one with the scratch, right?
Yes, yeah. So he's got Cyborg Eye. He's the one with the sort of drooping U-shaped beard. Wolf served in, as I say, with Plo Koon in the Clone Wars. He is also he's also got a figure in the Black Series already that was just re-released. Gregor has a really, really cool backstory in the Clone Wars. He basically was in a battle. He basically lost part of his memory in that battle, ended up on this planet in the middle of nowhere, working in a bar, until some droids basically found him and reminded him who he was. And he ends up in this super badass fight with some battle droids. And we see him come up later on as an old man with Wolf and Rex. And I mean, Rex is a fan favorite character. He's probably the most popular clone that there is. I think that I know that we photoshopped this as one figure with 3 heads, but I think if they did the 3 different bodies, it'd be pretty cool. Because Rex has his particular armor, and I think you could use the same base mold for the 3.
Okay. So you would take a 3-pack in this format, but they do all have their own unique uniforms as well. So it'd be better to have a single one for each. Okay. Looking at the chat, a lot of hits for this one already. So TAC 1998 figure says, I don't own Star Wars Black Series. Are they any good? Yes.
This is also their first live stream of ours.
Oh, welcome.
They said earlier on in the chat.
Welcome to the stream, my friend. We're usually Marvel Legends heavy, but Brandon's a big Star Wars guy, and I let him have his moment, and he hasn't failed so far. Well, he did let Cat live down with his last reveal, but everybody else wanted it, so it's all good. You're still even. You still haven't missed yet. Okay, so the actual Mark Tactex is hit here. Jamie says hit. Radium says hit. Tony says hit. Baraka says hit. Sudden Symbiote says hit. Wallace Vegas says hit. Daz Limey says old Rex is king. The Wolfpack Toy Review says Brandon is pulling on my heartstrings. Hit. Cat Liv says, okay, this is a hit. You got me, Brandon. You got him back. We pulled him back in.
We got him back.
He's back.
We reeled him back
Cat
in.
Lives is back in. Mini Plastic Multiverse says, big hit, Rex for sure. The other 2 would be a bonus. So, yeah, I guess Rex would be the most wanted out of these, right?
Exactly. And that's why I think Richard had put the main focus on Old Man Rex, because I think between him, Callus, and the Grand Inquisitor and Saul Guerrero, those are your next, I think, figures that should come with the Star Wars Rebels packaging.
So how far in the future is Rebels to clone? Like,
I want to say it's about 15 years.
Okay, so it's like over a decade, over a decade years. Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing about the clones is they have that advanced aging.
Oh, okay, so that's why they're so old so quick. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I thought Rebels rolled on from Clone Wars, so that's why I'm thinking they got old quick, but I guess that would make sense. That would make sense. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, that one's a very popular one, to be fair. One of the most popular ones, I think, so far as well of the evening. People love Rex. People love old men.
Yes. So this next 3-pack, we did so that Dan could have a solid word with this one, but also just to give a little bit of. I appreciate it. Yeah. But this was also just to appreciate that there are a lot more characters outside of the time frame we were looking at. I think these are 3 characters that are very popular, despite what happened with them in the episodes 7, 8, and 9. I would take these 3 figures just because I would love to have these versions of them on the shelf. So, Dan, let's look at the next one.
Pow!
Yes.
I know who these are. This is, of course, Luke Skywalker. General Leia or Princess Leia, however, General Leia at this stage. And then talking of old men, here we have old man Harrison Ford, aka Han Solo. We never actually got a scene with all 3 of these though, right? We never got a scene. That is such a shame.
People wonder why I don't like.
When you look at this picture, you think that makes sense, but they never actually did it? Like I know. Obviously, God bless her, she passed away before the 3rd one, but I don't even think they had plans to put them all together anyway, because Han Solo died in the first one. So like,
yeah, exactly.
Okay, so yeah, 3 iconic Star Wars characters from the original trilogy. Without these 3, Star Wars wouldn't be what it is today, I suppose. So you have to respect that at least. I'm assuming all these got a figure though, Brandon. Maybe am I right?
Yeah. So we've had all 3 of these as they look right here, but that was in 2015 through 17. So we haven't had these figures with the photoreal deco yet. The bodies that they came on were outdated, because exactly as I think a few people in the chat are saying, that we have had General Leia in that outfit, we have had Han in that outfit, and we have had Luke in that outfit. But I think that, I mean, personally, I don't think these are any of the most wanted. This was just us having some fun and playing around with the sequels. Again, not personally a great fan of the sequels, but I think if we were to get any more future figures from that, I think having older versions of these three, just for the fun of it, just for the ACBA storytelling,
just for who they are,
Exactly,
you need it represented in plastic. Yeah, sure. I get it. Again, I don't, as you said, there may be versions of these figures already out, like Brandon said, so I don't assume excitement will be very high compared to other characters in this list, but like Brandon said, it makes sense. You got to appeal to the masses, and it's Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and Princess Leia, let's be honest. So it's the casual fans connection to the most recent trilogy.
Exactly. But just know that yes, the sequels are trash. Anyway.
Well, you're not the only one who thinks that. The chat are saying the same. Yeah, most importantly, though, Cat Liv says this is a hit. I thought we'd push Cat Liv's about. I thought Cat Liv's essentially a YOLO at this point. We're like, no, yes. But he's back. He says this is a hit. I like the sequels, and political layout is great. With the photo reel, but not in a rush for them, says Jamie. So yeah, I guess the photo reel sort of up the game since these got released. Yeah, because Black Series sort of kicked back into gear with the sequel trilogy, but when the first that first Rey is it's like a child painted her face. Do you know, they that first couple of first couples of sequel trilogy Black Series were really bad.
Really bad.
Air Extreme jumps in with a Thanos copter. I haven't seen that emoji in a while. How you doing, Air Extreme? Hope you're well. 42012 says, I'd miss this like stormtroopers hitting a rebel. That's pretty good. That's true. Why are they so bad? Out of all the training they do, no one trains them in accuracy. Wolfpack says, I'd pick these up at Ross once they are go on clearance in 2022. I think Brandon was
Home Dude says, I think even if I saw them at Five Below, I'd be hesitant to buy.
Yeah, to be fair, that version of Luke that comes with an actual stand, do you know, he stands on a little grassy hill? That's been on sale loads. I swear I've walked past that in the Entertainer for like £12 and I've went,
for sure.
I'll just keep my £12, thanks.
Exactly.
Because I've got one Luke Skywalker on my shelf, and I've got a couple of Luke Skywalker figures, to be fair. I've got this one, but I want to get a cloak for this one so it can be my Mandalorian Luke. I've got Farmboy
Customs as you go.
Yes, he's out of stock on the ones I want at the minute, annoyingly. Farmboy Luke I've got in the Land Speeder, and then I've also got Luke with a vest top and Yoda in a backpack. They're the versions of Luke I've got.
For sure.
I didn't need Mark Hamill, old man Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill doesn't even like this version of Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, no, exactly. So next up, we've got two items to go. One is a deluxe and one is a vehicle.
Oh, nice.
So, next up is the deluxe. So,
there you go.
So this is one of my most wanted for sure. This is the Droid Eka. We see these first off in The Phantom Menace, and then again throughout the Clone Wars and Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. These are some really tough little droids. These guys have like a force field that they put up around them, so it's hard to get back at them.
Ain't they in the first scene of Episode 1 fighting Obi-Wan? Yeah, so I recognise these. And I swear there's some sort of import of these. I swear I've seen Robo playing with these on his channel at some point. Like there's some sort of import or something of them.
Yeah, and I think there was also a version that Hasbro did about maybe 15, 20 years ago in the Power of the Force line, I want to say it is, where they did these at a scale, but they're pretty hard to get now. The good question is what the Wolfpack has said can it transform?
Oh, it goes
I think
into
that's
a
probably
ball.
one of the I think that's one of the main reasons why Hasbro probably haven't done this in the Black Series yet, because I can imagine the engineering behind it could be very difficult.
Joe figured it out with his super chat. Sorry to interrupt.
Joe figured it out.
Friday, glad you joined the party.
99 through super chat, pal. Thank you, Joe. Figured it out.
Joe.
Just stopping by to show some support. Great show as always, guys. Happy Friday Eve.
Friday Eve, that's made me feel a little better. Thank you very much, Joe, for the super chat. Much appreciated. As always, your contributions always are. This is just dropping by the show to show some support. Great show as always, guys. Happy Friday Eve. And just before we carry on with the Star Wars talk, we'll use that as an opportunity to say that it is the start of a new month. So, as I said, join the Discord, hit me up on Instagram, let me know in the comments of this video. Topic suggestions. Obviously today we've swerved away from Marvel Legends to talk about Star Wars. As I said, I'm more than happy to keep the car rolling and swerving into different fandoms as well. I told you I want to talk about Turtles at one point and all the animated series cartoon characters I want in figure form and whatever else. So we can do more Power Rangers. I've still got I think Rich made a whole list of Power Ranger villains that we never even got to in our Power Ranger stream. So we need to go back to the Power Ranger villain list. So as always, every Thursday we're still going to be here. We appreciate you being here. So let us know what you want to see. Hopefully you're enjoying the Star Wars talk. So back to Brandon and the hedgehog, not hedgehog. What's the animal that turns into a ball? Armadillo?
Armadillo, yeah, that's the one.
Sandshrew in Pokemon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sandshrew in Pokemon. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think these would be great. Deluxe release, army build 'em. Jamie says if a robot can turn into a car, I'm sure they can make this one eventually as well. And Baraka makes a good point. The design team did a 3¾ inch one in 2010. So he's sure that they could. They're sure that they could do one.
We know the technology is out there to do them now. It's just whether Hasbro want to do it or not, costing and all of that. Would people buy them? Would it appeal to the mass market? All of that. With a big company like Hasbro, they have to think about every logistic thing. They can't just think, oh, this would be a cool figure for the shelf. That's why the import companies will do stuff like this. But this does seem like a very achievable deluxe figure. Like they gave us that big robot, like medic droid. Like who wanted that? But they did that. Yeah. But probably because it's easier mechanically to make than this guy turning into a ball. So like,
exactly.
That's their logic, unfortunately. But this would make for a great little army build on the shelf, going up with your droids and whatnot. But Cap Lives has hit. Yes, that's all we wanted.
Yes, so we won.
Yeah.
This final one, Dan, is all you, my friend.
Oh, okay. This one was for me. Okay.
This one is all you.
Okay, so like, I've probably said it before. So like, I grew up on the VHS tapes of the original trilogy. So when the prequels came out in 1999, I was 10 years old. So like, that's prime sitting in front of the TV watching films, Star Wars. What's this? So I grew up on the prequel trilogy. So like, there's a little place in me that appreciates what they are for the time, etc. So I've been like Jar Jar Binks. Like I picked up the Jar Jar Binks recently. I want to get myself a Qui-Gon, and I like. But there's one character I want to go with my Jar Jar Binks, and he's a famous guy. You might know him as I don't know, Darth Vader, for example. Like we need to go way back in time. Darth Vader was once a young man. That's little baby Anakin Skywalker. Come on now. Why haven't they done this? Right, I don't even know. Why haven't they done this? Like, why?
I have
What's the answer? Why have we not got a kid Anakin?
Yeah, I think firstly we should have had a kid Anakin by now, period. I would love a younger Tatooine Padme as well to go with him. I think that the best thing to do would be is if we got them as a double pack with a Phantom Menace pod racer.
Little did he know that she was a princess the whole time. He didn't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, this 100% could be like Brandon says. Give us a pod racer with little Anakin. Put the price point up if you want, because you're not making much on the small little plastic figure. I don't know. However you want to do it, I would 100% buy Anakin Skywalker and a pod racer for the shelf. 100%. I'll take an Anakin. I know it'd only be the same size as an Ewok in a box. I don't care. You give us Ewoks. Give us an Anakin Skywalker. I just don't get why they haven't done it yet. Like, he's one of the leads of the first film. Do you know what I mean? It's Darth Vader as a kid. It's his humble beginnings.
Yeah, for sure.
Haven't they gave us a C-3PO, like a naked C-3PO from that film?
We haven't had a naked C-3PO. Okay. We haven't had a Watto. You know, the guy that
the big bug, the big flying bug guy. Yeah. Yeah, they're all figures that I'd buy. Like, as I said, out of the prequel trilogy, definitely watched episode 1 a lot as a kid, because as a kid you don't really care about the politics and stuff. You just like want to see guys and aliens with lightsabers and shit, you know. So I don't know. I would very happily have a little. As I said, I would have a little humble, because I'm not big into the clones and all of that and all the different background Jedis. For me, it's just the main guys, Kid Anakin, what's his name, Jar Jar Binks, Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. Those 4, just like the core 4 of the original trilogy. And
Sabalba.
as I said though, I'd take the princess here in her it's not a slave. What's she, like a sort of servant sort of disguise?
Servant. Yeah,
servant disguise.
Servant disguise.
They didn't SH Figure Arts tease like a proper full blown episode 1 princess with a big like round cone dress type thing. Like Black Series have never gave us one of them either.
No,
that's such an iconic look as well from the episode.
You know, the thing is the only Padme we've ever had is her Attack of the Clones, white suit,
and that's a nice figure.
Which to be fair, is like it's an amazing figure, and I really, if we were gonna only ever get one, that would be the one I would pick. But it's Padme, man. Like this is like she's the mother of Leia. She's the mother of Luke. She's the wife of Anakin.
When you see them together like that, it does think it's weird that they got together, isn't it? It's like bit weird, love. Come on now.
But like if you were to ask me, the top 3 female characters in all of Star Wars is Ahsoka, Padme, and Leia. Like and they have severely underloved Padme, in my opinion. Definitely need some more Padme.
As I said, the pod racer is a bonus. I'd take it, but it's a bonus. I'm just be very happy to have Anakin. But yeah, the pod racer is a good way to do it. As I said, that's the sort of thing I remember as a kid. Anakin and the pod racer. Like, I might have even had. Exactly. I definitely had some of the Power of the Force toys as a kid, but again, that scale. I'm not into that scale anymore. Like, but still,
no.
Yes, I'd take these. Yeah, great. So Brandon, bravo, great list, great list. Let's have a quick recap. Let me just go back through them. So as I'm skipping back through here, let's get the chat. So just as we finish up, out of everything that Brandon revealed, what was your favourite? So if you had the power, the Tower Hasbro, to make one of these right now, which would it be? So you let us know that while me and Brandon recap. So Brandon, I'm just going to skip through them. You just say their name as I skip through, okay?
Sure. So, Chancellor Palpatine, Kiarimundi, Super Battle Droid, Pre Vizsla, Saw Gerrera, Agent Kallus, the Grand Inquisitor, Shakti and Aayla Secura, Darth Maul and Savage Opress, the 212th Clone Trooper and the 501st Clone Trooper, Ahsoka Tano and Boba Fett, the Mandalorian, Old Man Rex, Wolf, and Old Man Gregor, Old Lady Leia and Old Man Han and Luke, Droideka, and Kid Anakin, Kid Padme, and the Pod Racer.
Great list, Brandon. Well done, and thank you once again to Rich Displayed One.
Yes, absolutely.
For all of the beautiful graphics. As always, we appreciate you, Rich.
Rich smashed it with the graphics.
I'm going to pick... I'll start first before we read out some from the chat, and you're going to have to read out from the chat because I can't pronounce some of these names, Brandon.
Yes.
But my pick would be the Ahsoka Tano and Boba Fett from The Mandalorian, just because I've got every Mandalorian figure so far, and these are 2 characters that obviously I want from the show. But, of course, I also want Kid Anakin. But some of your choices, even though I don't know much about the characters, like, as I said, very toyetic, figure design, like, they'd be great in figure form. Even Conehead there. Do you know, like... Yeah, that's a great 2-pack as well. That's a perfect army building 2-pack. I'm assuming that's your pick as well. But, yeah, I've delayed long enough. Hopefully the chat have caught up. So, do you want to read some more?
So, let's have a look. So, Mark Tech kicks us off with Old Man Rex. Southern Symbiote says Savage Opress. Cloud Foxwell says Old Man Boba. Articulated Hero said Kiarimundi. Phil Jones says Super Battle Droid. Rich says Gilf clones 3-pack. Mini Plastic Multiverse says Saw Gerrera and Chancellor Palpatine. Jamie says Maul and Savage. Thoughts 2012 says Chancellor Palpatine or Maul and Savage. Joe Figured It Out says I'd buy a Super Battle Droid. Random Stuff Garage says Palpatine. Cat Live says Maul and Savage are his pick. Wolfpack Tour Review says Droideka is the figure I never knew I always wanted. Baraka says Alia and Shark all day.
Yeah, great list. Bravo, Brandon.
Yeah. for sure.
As I said, I think every choice you had more hits and misses, and even the misses were like not serious misses. It was like people understood why you chose them. And let me just go full screen on Brandon one time, just so you can see like Brandon's like talks from experience. Like he has the figures behind him. Oh, by the way, did you like this screen that I made for you? I was tempted to just walk away and leave you.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I was tempted to just go, do you know what? The show's Brandon's.
Yeah, look, there they go.
There you go.
I emptied some of the shelves to bring some of them down, but yeah.
And Brandon's brought some risers, people. Brandon's brought some risers.
Yeah.
So look, the display's getting upgraded.
Not that side. This side. Hold on. Look, there you go.
I wondered how I could see more of them. Yeah, they're up on the shelf now.
So the display is all a bit of a mess because I was testing the risers today. But hopefully by this time next week we will have fully kitted displays with risers.
Beautiful. Shall we play the teaser one more time before we get out of here, and then we can both post
think we should indeed.
And then we'll post it on Instagram. Okay, so the teaser one more time for people. We'll post it on Instagram. And again, we appreciate you. I hope you share this when we have release it and get behind it, as it's something we want to continue to do. And the full video is very, very soon. And when we say very soon, we genuinely mean very, very soon. So yeah, one more time. Here's the in-demand teaser. But we're not sure what we're calling this yet, so we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But here it is.
It's just paradise there.
As I said, we stepped inside of the website.
Absolutely.
Pick it up.
Car, yeah.
Just walk
we
away.
need a trolley. Where's the trolley?
No, yeah. Beautiful work once again. Shout out to Brandon and Archie for, as I said, making that happen, and of course to In-Demand Toys. Link is in the description below. Yeah, the whole video, as I said, we haven't even seen it finished yet, so we're very much looking forward to it. And yeah, me and Brandon, when we met each other, we were so busy doing stuff, we didn't even take a picture together. So there you go. There's proof that we met each other. And it was the first day after lockdown, so I hadn't even had a haircut, and I hate seeing my looking. Virtually looks like I've got a ponytail underneath my hat. That makes me cringe every time I see the videos. Like, I wish I had a haircut first, but ignore me. That's just me being an idiot. Okay, what else should I plug before we get out of here? Tomorrow night, hey, does anyone in the UK want to stay up late with me and Brandon? I hope you do, because we're staying up until 1 in the morning. Are you, Brandon? A genuine question. Are you ready for this?
Is it 1?
Yeah.
What time are we doing it to again?
1 a.m. till 3 a.m.
Oh yeah, jeez. Yeah, no, I am.
You look well ready.
Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna. This is gonna be me. Ready? I like look at us now. Like we get to the end. We get to like the tail end of 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I'm already yawning.
Okay, but tomorrow, the Infinity Equation. Yes. On the Infinity Equation YouTube channel. It's been tagged in the comments all day. Go and help those guys get to 1,000 subscribers. Tomorrow, 1 a.m. UK time. Saturday morning, Friday night, essentially. But if you're in the US, it's the usual time, 8 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Pacific. Yeah, me and Brandon are up for a late one. And I'm assuming we're going to be talking a lot of Star Wars stuff because of all the reveals this week anyway. Obviously, we'll talk about Marvel Monday, what everyone's bought this week. Just the usual chat with Dante, Ryan, Bobby and Alex, of course. As I said, I've not spoke to Alex yet, and I know he's a Turtles fan and a wrestling fan, so hopefully I should make good friends with Alex, to be fair. But yes, we appreciate all you guys in the chat here as well. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. Jamie says, I see the Buffy library playset in the background there, Brandon. Yes, you're not wrong. That is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's overweight. Yeah, it's over that way.
Shout out Batforce. Grumpy's jumped in with the Tuesday crew. How you doing, Tuesday crew? You are always welcome here on a Thursday. Both days of the week begin with a T, so there's connections. There's connections. But no, we appreciate everyone here. Get your coffee and Häagen-Dazs. Get your coffee Häagen-Dazs in, says Rich M. Rich will probably be awake with us, to be fair.
I hope so. But because someone's going to need to be definitely going to need to be buzzing my phone to keep me awake. Yeah. I think I'm going to have to nap. That's it. I'm going to have to nap. I'm not kidding. I'm
not very good at napping, so I'll probably just stay up. And I should be all right. But you might see the energy dip a little bit. Just think this is a warm up, because the paralleled one that we're doing in a few weeks is 3 a.m. That starts at 3 a.m. That starts at 3 a.m.
Yeah, that one's going to be tough for sure.
We've got a super chat from Nathan. I don't know what Friday. I think it's past 10 o'clock. So Friday's just went. I'm off to bed. So Friday's not working. So I do apologise, Nathan, but we love you all the same. He says, another great stream, lads. Thank you very much, Nathan. We appreciate you.
Yes,
as I said, I apologise. It's past 10 o'clock. So Friday's obviously buggered off. But still, we appreciate the super chat. I think I can do a quick one just last before we get out of here. I'll do one quick credit if it works for me. There you go. One quick credit. We've only had a few super chats today, but that's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Thank you very much to Darth Clueless and Joe Figured It Out. And then Nathan jumped in there at the end as well. We appreciate you. Again, what's Friday gone home so early? Friday. Do a little bit of overtime, for God's sake. I'm just this woman, honestly. She's stupid robot. Brandon, where can the people find you online?
Yes, as always, guys, Hero.Collections is the place to find me. Dan, thank you so much for the opportunity to celebrate this May the 4th, Revenge of the 5th, Revenge of the 6th holiday with some Black Series. It was a big week for Black Series, it's been a joy as always, my friend.
No, all good. As I said, you're very welcome. As I said, I said the same earlier. I'll say the same again. We're very happy to divert from the Marvel Legends talk. Obviously, I'm always going to talk about Legends, but if you have like different areas you want us to visit, again, we're definitely going to go back down Star Wars, as I said, Turtles. But tell us what you want to talk about, and we will. But yeah, fun times as always, people. Check out our Instagrams, because after this, we're going to be posting the teaser anyway. As I said, please show some love to that and share it in your stories and whatnot, how to spread the word. And then the full video will be very soon. But until then, people, I've been Dan W. That's been Brandon, and we shall see you on the next one. And if you're watching on the replay, click the video that pops up right now, okay? Click it and go and watch another video. We appreciate that as well. There you go. And as we get out of here, goodbye, David and the Wolfpack and Joe and 42012 and Cap Lives and Fryer and Phil Jones, Rich M, Articulated Heroes, Tom, Mini Plastic Multiverse, hooked me up big time. I appreciate you. Daz Limely's been here all day. Cloud Foxwell's always here. We see you. Jamie, as I said, Nathan popped in. Sudden Symbiote, random stuff.